Two dads, one dut.
Boom.
The Hot Takes Podcast. It's a nice little Tuesday evening here in good old Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, so we're coming at you. It is episode 51, Area 51.
Yeah.
For those of you that are not highly skilled in math, we are officially closer to 100 than we are 0.
Let's do it.
That is true.
The century mark is upon us.
Greetings, Earthlings.
And if you couldn't tell by the episode of the title, we're going to do a little top 3 of some extraterrestrial movies, things that have aliens and such in them.
Movies involving aliens.
Absolutely. No superheroes or anything like that.
Yeah, we're getting better at detailing our
Correct.
parameters.
Yes.
We're more than a superhero podcast.
Absolutely. Crush it, but still. But before we get started, Trav, tell us who the old presenting sponsors of this podcast.
This podcast is brought to you by MVP Lanes, where everyone is an MVP. They rack 'em, you smack 'em. The most valuable pins in Fort Wayne's. Freshly remodeled inside, you can find Bruner's Pub, home of Fort Wayne's first bottoms-up system. Collect 10 Bruner's Pub magnets. Next beer is free. Fresh lunch menu as always. Same concept, 10 lunches. 11th one will be on the house with your punch card. This week, I'm happy to report, it is the buffalo chicken wrap.
Oh, nice.
Just a fan favorite lately.
Dude, last week was the 4-wing combo.
And
if
those,
you didn't know, it's the whole wing. So you get the
they're 4x2s.
the drum and the flat.
They're 2x4s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a nice little 8-piece wing for you right there.
I
Beautiful.
saw he posted a video on Instagram. I think it said stealth fries.
I don't know what those are.
I don't know what those are, but
Sneaky
I was
good.
intrigued.
Yeah,
Right.
Sneaky good.
Yeah, so
Sneaky good.
eager
Yeah.
to try those out.
So MVP Lanes, Bruner's Pub.
That's right. And as always, you can listen to us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Amazon, Google. And for your viewing pleasures, we're on YouTube, baby.
Boob.
Smash
Tube.
the like, hit the subscribe. Also, leave a review. Leave comments on the videos.
Yeah.
We'd love to interact.
We're an interactive pod.
We are very interactive. We
Speak-
socialize.
Yes, we try to.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Bring us in. You should have had an ET one, or like an extraterrestrial one, like a beam me down, beam me up, Scotty.
No, we shouldn't have.
All right. Clapping, clapping, clapping. We redid the table, so it's more what is that? Feng Shui.
Yeah, they took away my soundboard, but I still got this
We're back.
coming at you.
Yeah.
Episode 51.
That's where you say your thing because you bring us in.
Yeah. Two dads, one dad. The Hot Takes Podcast. As always, I am your one dut, Justin, most valuable picker, Dutteroy.
Boom. My name is Travis, Trav Dad, one of the dads of the two dads. As always, drink first, think later, people.
Nice.
I'm the real dad of the pod. Sker Dad seems to continuously get shafted on his draft. Brandon Brenner.
Let's make America juicy again, would we? Let's do it. Yeah. So house cleaning, as people can probably guess from Dut's intro, you won the draft.
Hey, I do this for you, and you guys do it for me. So I want to thank you. You're what counts. You make this happen. You make dreams come true.
This guy is a campaign legend.
And good for him.
All I did was ask people to vote. I just said vote.
I know. I
Because
saw.
I was like, hey, I didn't say vote for me.
So
I
here-
just said, hey, I need you to go on the Instagram and vote.
So here's the thing. Congrats, technically. I don't know if there are, I was thinking about it, 2 bigger types of drafts that we could have done to where the asterisks will hang high on Heath Ledger, RIP, and John Wick. Unanimously loved. Like, I think no matter what, that pick will solidify first place for anybody ever.
I don't know how that's my fault.
Oh,
I don't
it's
know
not.
how that's my fault.
No, it's not. But
So you're saying if I didn't pick them and then you picked them with the second pick, then you win the draft?
no, what I'm saying is you ex-nay him out of your draft and say it's a 4v4, it becomes a conversation. If you took away all of our first round picks.
Okay, let's take away everybody's first round pick. What a stupid thing to suggest.
That's not how a
Idiot.
draft works. But yeah.
Let's
So,
take away the most important pick of the draft. Okay.
I'm just saying, hats off to you. You're 4-0. What I wanted to call you either Mr. Picks or Mr. No, Draft King.
Nice.
But I think it's trademarked. They're a company.
There's an S on it.
Draft Kings?
Yeah.
Oh, so you could be Mr. Draft King.
Mr. Draft King.
Mr.
I'll
Draft.
take it.
Mr. Dut Draft.
The king of the draft.
I manifested
King
it.
of the world.
You saw my notepad last
Well, it's not
week.
going to happen, so we're not going to talk about that name ever again.
Yeah.
Because that's going to stop. But I
Yeah.
will shout to you guys because we are getting more and more participation in these. This is the biggest number of votes that we've had on any draft that we've done. So, again, shout out to you guys. We love when you guys interact with us.
And I know I came in last per usual, but shout out to Brittany and shout out to Melanie.
They got your back.
Thanks for voting for me. Brittany, you didn't technically vote, you idiot. Shout out to Sker's sister, you big dumb dummy.
I told you it counted.
Yeah, but
Comments and DMs counted.
3 votes in my heart. 2 votes total on the board.
Yes.
Tough. Yeah. So I actually, if it's okay with you guys, I really like the idea of shop talk, and I think I have a lot of it.
Okay.
Well, a lot is relative, so just brace yourselves.
I don't know what shop talk is, but I guess I have to listen anyway.
You're welcome. The first one is called The Water Cooler Story. You ready?
Yeah.
So we have a water cooler at work. It's one of those where it has like hot water and cold water.
It's an actual water cooler.
Nice. I didn't know
It's
people.
also a water heater.
Yeah, exactly. So guy comes in.
No, ours doesn't have hot water.
It's supposed to. The left side is.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
got
think
a
it's
red
broken.
knob, but it doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, and so this guy comes in today. He's like, "Hey, I'm here to," and from what he had on and what he had with him, I was like, "Oh, you're here to clean the windows because our windows are absolutely filthy. It drives me crazy. Finger smudges for days."
I know a guy.
I do too. Shout out. But he goes, "I'm here for your yearly water cooler inspection." And I was like, "Okay."
Nice.
I was like, "It's back here." Take him to it, show him. And I'm the kind of guy, like, when people show up to fix things or like work on things, I try to clear the way because it's like, I get it. You're coming here. It's a foreign place. Like, the last thing you want to do is like all this other tedious bullshit. But as soon as he looks at this fucker, he just goes, "Oh God." He's like, "This thing's broken." And I just go, "Bet." And I just walk back away because I'm like, it's not my problem. And sit back down at my desk. He goes outside, which I think he's just done. Like, I'm assuming this guy fucking just tittle tattles on some cords, fucking make sure water's spouting out. And he's like, "My job's done here." Comes back in with a whole box on
A
a
brand new one?
dolly cart.
Oh, he's so pissed.
Nice.
No, he looks at me with just that, like, "I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed in you." Comes right over to me. And I mean, we have, what, probably 6 or 8 people that work there. I'm not, the store manager, anything. And he goes, "Okay, man, I'm going to lay it down for you." I said, "Hit me." He goes, "I'm going to replace it, but it's only because it's so old that I can get away with it. Like, they're going to be okay with me replacing it because it's bad." He goes, "But next time, I'm going to have to charge you." And he looked at me dead serious, like it was coming out of my bank account. And I'm like, "Buddy, charge me for 2. I don't give a
Charge
fuck."
it, yes.
Yeah. Charge it to the game.
Black
charge it
card,
to whoever
whatever
you
you
want.
need.
AT&T's paying for it. I don't care what you do. Get a water cooler. Get a water slide.
You
Bring
just
what.
gotta be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
man, that's on you. You skipped last year."
Yeah,
That's what
and-
happens.
And so as soon as he gives me that speech, I'm like, "Yeah, so my boss is in the back. You should probably just tell her, I guess." Like, I don't know who you're supposed to like yell at right now, but like, it's a fucking water cooler, my guy. Chill out.
What's the best one we can get? Do I have to pay for the upgrade?
Right?
This one does look really nice. However, again, I loved Old Faithful. There was nothing wrong with it. Worked like a fucking charm. It
You
gave
should've
me
took it.
cold water.
You should have took it.
No, this guy knew it.
No, he took it.
looked at it and was
You
like,
should've been like, "Hey,
"What
man, are you
is that?"
Are you just throwing that away?
Yeah,
Or
he-
can I take it?
It was just the best, like, "I'm going to have to charge you next time." "Oh, no. Please don't. We can't afford it." "Yeah, we're fine, buddy. Just fucking charge us. I don't care."
I
Like,
think a Culligan machine in here would do you wonders.
in here?
Yeah.
Is that where the jugs,
Corn-
you fill them up?
Yeah.
Take them to the, okay. I've heard it's like propane tanks, right? You just go to a gas station, you're like, "Culligan me."
I think you gotta go to
You-
like,
grocery
Walmart,
stores.
the grocery store.
Yeah.
Same.
They're like
okay.
up at the front.
Okay.
Yep.
So then,
Shop talk.
well, I'm not done.
Clearly,
Next item on the list.
I don't know how this is shop talk, but all right.
This is what I like to call,
Story of a guy.
no, close, The Offspring. And I know what you must be thinking. The punk rock band with the song that starts off with the guy going, "My friend's got a girlfriend and he hates that bitch." No, it's not that.
Not that.
And every other song they're most notably known for is,
Pretty fly for a white guy. That's not where you go.
well, no, I was going to say it's pretty much any song you would put in like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. Like, it's basically their genre. No, that's what we're going to call you guys listening right now,
The
watching us
Offspring.
right now. You're The Offspring.
Fans of us.
Yeah. I think Duck came up with it.
Shout out Big Dut.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
Because we're dads.
Yeah. And
There
I,
it is.
well, and I actually
There it
loved
is.
it because when I brought it up
They did
to
explain it.
some of my friends when we were out at Turner's, shout out Turner's, local place, local drinks, cheap as hell. they assumed that you
Members
got it
only.
from some other like already notable like pod. And as soon as I was like, nope, Dud Original, they're like, oh, fuck yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm like, thank you. Hand me his flowers. Or give him his flowers.
Shut
Two more. Two more. I put here is Marvel back.
Is Marvel back?
Oh,
So no,
see?
no, go ahead.
Nope. I'm just saying, you jumped off as soon as you could. You got a little Comic-Con espo, and you're just like, yes!
Rock hard boner, baby.
What did I tell you? Sometimes you just have to keep on keeping on.
He said, Phase 4 done. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, life's a garden, dig it. No, it's one of those where I wanted to tease it, so that's why it's part of Shop Talk. Shout out our boy Fisher, OG listener. He's going to come back close to or around when Black Panther 2 comes out, and then we're going to give the people hopefully what they want, which is another just
Wakanda.
no,
Whatever.
I did the W.
whatever. We're going to do another Marvel episode and just deep dive into it, and it's going to be nerd fucking central. I can't wait. Like I get so hard for those.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Last one. The deck is back on my, what do you want to call it, my hot seat. Like I went there Saturday to meet up with this fucking idiot.
Local pub here in town.
And
Waterfront
again,
bar.
love what they're doing. It's great. They're
Except when it happens to you.
correct.
The line is brutal. Don't do that.
No.
I've never seen a line again.
New
I've
thing.
been back.
I
There's no
walk
more
up
lines.
and this couldn't have been more Roadhouse-esque where it's like, sorry,
High praise.
we're full here. And I looked around and I like was in awe because one, it was like maybe 9:30 or 10, and full to them usually is borderline like shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Like you can't move without having to say excuse me every other person. This looked like what a pre leading into the peak of the night or post when everybody's clearing out to go to the next place looked like. And this girl, bless her heart, she said it in the most nice, calm just goes, hey, I'm so sorry. We're just not letting any more people in right now. And I look at her, I go, what? I'm like, and thankfully Dut's just right there on the other side of her. And I'm like, hey man, I got to talk to you through this bush because I can't come in here. And I was like, so this is a thing.
I think it's awesome.
Talked him in. He jumped the hoop.
Yeah.
It's such a
Jump the
power
fence.
play when it's not shoulder to shoulder. Like when you can clearly tell like there's not a lot of people
Oh,
here,
yeah.
and they're like, we're at capacity.
And I was
I
just
love
waiting for the cliche, like a pack of hot chicks to walk up and get instantly let in. And I would have totally respected it. I'd have been like, I get it.
You're like, okay, yeah, that checks out.
I got the Harry Potter glasses on. I'll wait a bit. But
The
yeah,
funny thing
Till
is,
tomorrow.
after he sneaks in, Buddy Zach and Jake walk up. Buddy Evan walks up, and I was like, talking to him on the phone. I was like, well, let me know when you get here because I don't think they're letting people in. And they just walked right in. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, man, they're just letting people in.
Yeah.
I was like, they were like, I don't know what you're talking about. Not
So
letting people
good.
in.
owners or anybody at the deck, earmuffs. Yeah, I had to jump the fence and just like went to the side and was
I
just
was
like,
talking to him next to the porta potties, and I was like, dude, just jump the fence. There's a table of people right there. And he was like, I don't know if I should. And they're like, is he going to do it or not?
yeah.
And I was like, fucking better.
Yeah.
And then Travis was like, what, you guys don't care? And they're like, no, dude, I don't own the deck.
Yeah.
I didn't pay to get in here.
I got bunnies
If you
too.
get
Like,
in
it was a
trouble,
clean
I don't
hop.
know who you are. Sorry,
Exactly.
who's
If
this
there's-
random guy?
No, not oddly satisfying, but things I'm oddly good at for no reason. It's just hopping fences.
That, my friend, that's a humble brag. And
Yeah.
I love it.
Fucking 4-foot fence.
And I crushed it, dude. Cleared it.
Hurdle it?
Easily.
Use your hands?
He used his hands.
But no, and then it was funny because I thought
Did
that
you
did
put
the
your
old-
foot on the fence, or did you at least do like that?
He
Just
did the side
hands.
hop. He cleared it.
two
He
hands
side
cleared her,
hopped.
baby.
Okay, that's
Boom.
all right.
Shebang.
I say because if you're bragging about the foot on it,
No.
you have to rescind it.
It's bunny talk. But the best part was I thought like, okay, I'm in here. It's still the deck to me at the end of the day. I go to leave, and they go, "Hey, sorry, buddy, you got to go to the exit." And I'm like, "When did you make a fucking exit?"
It's that fence over there that you hopped.
No,
Right?
there's an exit now, and
It's
I
an
love it.
exit door that goes straight to the bathroom. So like when people leave, they just go straight to the bathroom. Then you got to go back in line. You can't go back in through the exit,
Yeah.
even though it's right there.
Yeah, it's an exit.
Yeah.
And the guy's got one of those OG clickers with the people. I love it. I don't know what those are or how they work. I'm assuming it's just like plus
It's just
one,
literally
minus
just the
one.
count. No, it's just the counter. It's like if you walk in, it goes from like 1 to 2. I click it, click it, click it.
Yeah.
But when I leave, how do you minus it? Unclick, unclick, unclick.
And man, they got sophisticated back.
That's
in
my
the day.
point.
Shop.
That's my shop talk, baby.
Love it.
Thank you for listening, guys. It was good shop talk.
It was.
Maybe it'll come around more. Who knows?
Sker, you got anything on the shop list?
No, I don't.
Should we call it the grocery list?
The grocery list?
Nice, dude. See, we're so creative.
On the fly.
We're such
Shop
potters.
on, dude.
We're becoming big potters, dude. Harry Potter.
51 in.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's go straight wab mode.
Wab mode.
Wabs.
Let's wab about it.
I got a few, so I can start.
Okay. So just again, preface what the segment is.
So again, WABs, for those of you that are new to the pod,
Acronym.
it is our worst and the best of the week. So we are going to one by one tell you the worst thing that happened to us, and then we're going to bring the vibes right back up and tell us the best things.
PBOs.
Sometimes there's
To the
multiple.
moon.
And again, we'd love for you guys to share. We read some last week.
I have some shout out at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to shout them out at the end? Not during housekeeping?
You can do that. You want to do it now?
Well, yes. Okay. So shout out to Adrian. Her worst was that her husband ran over a goose.
Ooh,
That sounds terrible.
that is tough.
But again, did you run over a duck or a goose? I don't know.
If she
Sounds
says
like it was
goose,
a
she
goose.
knows what it was.
Yeah.
Feathers just everywhere.
And
Like, how fast was she going?
the goose or the car?
Both.
Her husband, I would imagine, is going 40, which stay tuned for the worst.
Okay.
But
And he was
then
on a crotch rocket. No, I don't know.
he would
like,
be, yeah,
I don't know.
he
that.
would be more fucked than the goose.
Yeah, I don't
oh
know
my
that.
god, speed bump. But no, and then her best was she got new plants. And truth be
Nice.
told, if there's one thing about my apartment that I've been always dying to try and figure out, it is plants. I think hanging green plants with like the long stuff from them.
I mean, you got the windows for it.
That's what I'm saying. The feng shui would be fucking.
Yeah, you have some ledges too. You can put it on there. You get a little basket.
Get
No.
you a nice little succulent, something that doesn't die right away.
Every time I get a plant, I water it like 7 times a day, and you find out you're only supposed to water it like 7 times in a year, and then it
Yeah,
just
don't do
dies.
that.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm going to get you a book on horticulture.
Nice. I could read a horticulture book. I feel like
There you
I'd
go.
take it down.
I can see you getting into plants, man.
Yeah. All right. Now it's our turn. Wab it.
We're gonna wab it. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start.
Oh,
'cause
just the one?
We want to pay some out. Yeah.
We'll do on each one.
Right.
So, my worst, and again, this happened as soon as I left the recording of last week, and I even texted you guys said I already have my worst. And I wish,
Yeah.
yes.
Suspense.
Anticipation.
And again, I think it's universally known with this pod. All three of us have a certain affinity or lack thereof of the scooters and the pandemic that this is causing.
Scooting
Yeah, they're
and booting,
fucking
baby.
terrible.
And I say that,
burn
not
them all to
lightly.
hell.
However, I literally walked out of your apartment door and just get buzzed. Like the tower was buzzed by this chick going as fast as this scooter would go. And she had to be minimum 7 months pregnant.
Yowzas.
And I'm just like, and then I'm assuming it was the baby daddy was a good 3 or 4 seconds behind her. Like he finally turned onto the road. And I'm just like, I get it. You see these videos now of everybody just trying to like just do their normal life throughout their entire pregnancy. But you got to know that's not, the risk reward is just not worth it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your baby's going to turn into mashed potatoes.
Whoa.
Well, you fall on it and it's like,
Would have
I
been a
don't know
birthday
about
cake.
that.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, fuck, man. You just, again, get on these things.
It's just not smart. It's just not smart.
Yeah, that's not
'Cause it
smart
goes
at
back to,
all.
I'm not telling you how to live your life, but that's just not smart.
hop on it and cruise at a minimum pace.
Yes.
Like, it's just, you don't need to fucking showboat. You don't need to do these tricks, these go X Games mode. Like, just fucking ride.
Oh, he's on
X Games mode. Fuck those
Yeah.
things, man. Respectfully.
So that's one. And
Okay.
it probably just turned out to be a pet peeve, even though because the whole week went by.
It's a pogo.
Uh,
I get it.
Nice.
Yeah.
A couple days ago, we get back from a little 3-day vacation. My daughter's up on the second floor of our house, little banister. Her hands are full, and there's a couch directly above it or below it. And she does a thing where she's kind of analyzing because I wasn't home. I'm going based off of what my wife told me. And right. And she was like, I think I can make it. So she sees it. She takes the iPad and she puts it through like the railings and bounces it off of the couch because it was directly below her.
Respect it.
Bounces off the couch, smokes the ground. Screen is just shattered. I mean, the iPad looks like it was ran over by a car.
Or a scooter.
And I'm just like, why is that? And I was like, what else was in your hands? And she was like, well, I had paint cans and I had this. I was like, what happens if I would have spilled the paint? And I'm like, I get that. Maybe just put it down.
I think it's a kid
Two
thing.
trips, man.
'Cause
I'll
Right.
make 2 trips.
Yes.
No, I respect it because I feel like I
No,
would
you
do
don't.
that stuff as a kid. Like, I would always be like, I got this.
I would have
Like,
I would
let
have
me-
threw it flat.
Let me drop this.
Right.
I'd have threw it flat like
And I think that's what she did, and it just kind of went like this, and then. Psh.
Well,
Gravity.
she's sliding it through there. That thing.
But I
went
mean,
like
she
that.
probably turned her hand.
And then
I would
turned it,
imagine.
yeah, and then gravity
Nah,
just
she
did
slid
it.
it through
Either
there.
way,
and then that thing just.
I
ninja
wasn't there.
Ninja
I mean,
starred
she
off the
feels
couch.
terrible. She cried for a while in her room. Which,
Piper or Parker?
Piper.
Classic.
Oh,
Somebody got to know better than that.
oh yeah. So that's happened.
That's younger sibling stuff.
Yeah. And then finally, probably the worst of the week.
Oh, so this is 1C?
This is 1C. First time ever. 3 worst for me.
Here
This
we
might
go,
be the,
baby.
Not the
week.
worst. So this is one.
Yeah, this isn't great. We did
Bronze, silver,
have
gold.
we did have a passing in the extended 2D 1D family.
We lost a member.
We did. Shout out to Marley the dog. She gave a lot of people joy. Found out today she had to get put down.
Big hairy bastard.
At least
You.
she's just playing that infinite game of fetch and just pastures now. So
All dogs go to heaven.
yeah. Shout out Brittany and AJ. Love you. Tough stuff. Marley, we love you too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah. Okay, Dut, you want to go?
No.
No. Okay, I'll follow that up. My worst they're really bad too. So like, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be a tough episode. Like, this is gonna be deep.
We got
I'll
to get
bring
through
it back up. I'll bring
Yeah.
it back
No.
up.
Okay. So my worst. I got two.
Alex.
I got two. It's 1A, 1B. Well, actually, I'll say 1 and 2.
Okay.
So my first one, I call it. I'll take one. Speed limit people. Let me preface by saying,
The bus can't go below 50.
bingo. So it is, for whatever reason, and it's starting to become more prevalent, not just on like Sundays, days where usually people are kind of like, not like lollygagging, but it's just like, hey, take your time. You know, it's Cruiseville. I get it. People are going like 20 and 35s, and it's
That's
just
uncanny.
tough. Like, when you're going that slow on a side street, it feels like you're almost not moving.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I could ghost ride my fucking truck, run faster than you, like give you the bird, get back in my truck, and like give you a little nudge. Like, it drives me crazy. And
I mean, 30 on a side street's not terrible.
when they're
doing
going 20,
They're doing 20.
Oh,
on the
okay.
side street.
and so that's where I almost had a hot take where I was like, I think it should be more heavily enforced when you're going slower than the speed limit. If you're going 20 and a 30, somebody needs to pull you over and be like, what in the absolute fuck are you doing?
I mean, the speed limit is the maximum you can go. That's why it's the limit.
Well, we
Now,
talked
if you want to have a slow limit, like you have to at least go this
29.
Yeah, I've seen that actually on some highways. They'll say
Yeah.
like minimum is like 60.
minimum limit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm just saying it's getting worse around here, like downtown. And I get it. Like, again, it's side streets. You're going slower, and you almost respect it because of like pedestrians, scooters, everything that's happening. But
Scooters.
these are streets where it's just like, fucking go. Like, I don't know what you're
People
doing.
don't know how to drive downtown. You
It-
want to know why? Downtown's getting too big. Now you got everybody coming from the suburbs. Don't know what's a one way, which is the one way.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Driving around. GPS is telling them you got
The
to
deck's got entrances and exits. You can't
Whoa.
fucking get in unless you're a hot chick. I don't know what's happening. Downtown is
Oh, I was coming down here in a semi, just gunned straight through a red light.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you're going to crunch somebody if someone's like, it's green, I'm going.
18 wheels
Where
will
does
do a lot
he
of
think
damage.
he's gonna go? Because if this light's turning red and
Yes.
you're running it, speeding through it, guess what the next light is,
Yeah,
bud?
you're
That
going to
one's
have to
red.
punch it for a
Yeah.
minute.
Okay, and so that was my first one. My second one was my Wi-Fi's been out for 2 days.
Ooh.
Tough one.
And
Good thing your grandfathered into that unlimited data.
so listen to this when I say I call and they put you through which I almost respect this. So Comcast, Xfinity.
I was going to say, we'll leave them out of it.
yeah,
Nope, we're
no,
just gonna
bring them right in. However you want to phrase it.
sponsor the
They
pod.
do an automated, hey, we're going to, quote unquote, ping your shit, reset your stuff. It's a 10-minute process. And you can see lights are blinking. Shit's fucking
They're doing something.
Yeah. And you get automated text messages. It's like, hey, this is in progress. We'll send you another one when it's done. I'm like, bet. I guarantee this will probably fix it because everything looks on the up and up.
And this is your worst because it didn't fix.
Bingo. So then it still doesn't work. And it's like, which is even greater. So this is, I think, a step in the right direction for customer service, customer care. It says, hey, if this is fixed, text Y for yes. And then I'm sure it'll just be like, awesome, cool. Or text F for failed and we'll call you. And so I text them F, they call me. Lady gets on the phone. She's like, what's going on? And I'm like, I just cannot connect anything wirelessly to my internet, which is the sole purpose of Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
She's doing all this stuff. And then all of a sudden you see her hit this, or she does something and she's like talking out loud and she goes, oh yeah, just flip on the bank. and I noticed everything got my Wi-Fi, the like umbrella signal. I was like, sweet. I go, what'd you do? And she goes, yeah, so there's a setting on the routers that's where you can just turn your Wi-Fi off. And the only thing that allows internet connection is if it's hardwired, which I have my, computer that's hardwired to it. And I'm like, on what fucking planet do you buy Wi-Fi not wanting to connect anything wirelessly to it? Don't put that switch on this fucking unit.
That's when those speeds get up there, man.
Fuck that.
All those high-end speeds, like you have to be cabled in.
Well, that's optimum speed, which I would love for that for fucking Apex. Great. It's fantastic.
Battle Royale.
Bingo. BR. Trigger words. Trend words. But no, it's like on my phone, my MacBook, it's like, exactly. I don't understand how on earth somebody goes, you know what's a good idea? An on-off switch for your Wi-Fi. Like,
did you flip the switch?
She flipped the switch.
She flipped it on.
Yeah.
Who flipped it off?
Yeah.
Don't know.
That's my question.
It's my question too. And because Comcast right
you
now.
ask her?
No, because it's respect. But it's
Hey, so I avoid this in the future. How did this happen?
because I've told you guys, I think before, my internet goes off every day twice. Once in the morning and once at night for 5 to 10 minutes.
That's weird.
And I've accepted it because they've sent me different equipment twice. And I'm like, that's not the issue. Quit sending me new shit. Just make this shit work. And so I've again, just accepted it. And I don't know what's happening. Wi-Fi shouldn't be this complicated. Let me connect wirelessly to my
Travis
shit.
just holds his poops. He's like, oh, shit, it's 6:07. I got to wait till 6:12.
I can't scroll on my phone. No, and I just it is tough.
What am I going to read? My 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner bottle?
PVOs couldn't be lower.
For the third time.
Oh no, you got to go.
Yeah.
Those are my worst.
Doesn't mean they can't be lower.
Yeah, that's my W out of the web.
Well, yours wasn't that bad, so I thought yours was
Yeah, you really
terrible.
prefaced it like it was going to be.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
heavy
guy talked
sarcasm.
about-
Yeah.
This guy's dog died.
No,
You're just
AJ's
over here-
dog. Shout out AJ. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was bad to me.
Yeah, and then
And
you're like, oh,
my
I got
worst.
it. It's pretty bad. I got 2 of them, and I was like, okay,
They both worsened me.
yeah.
They did.
So my worst happened Saturday night, late Saturday night.
No.
We were all finishing up at the deck, obviously. And then we all just was just like, hey man, let's just do it old school. Let's go to IHOP, get something to eat, smack some pancakes. And we were like, hell
That's
yeah.
the International House of them.
Oh yeah.
So it was a good choice.
Still over by the mall? That one?
No, we went to the one
DuPont,
Washington Center?
No. We went to
Where the
God, how many
fuck
hops?
are you
Jefferson.
going?
We went to Jefferson.
Woo! Oh, I guess it's downtown.
Yeah. So we went from the mall because it was me, Molly, Evan, Zach.
I did the same thing on
Yeah.
camera. It's like,
Yeah. So it was like obviously me and Molly and Evan all live in the same neighborhood, which is just like 2 minutes away. Zach's
Obviously.
on his way to Roanoke. So he was just like, okay, yeah, we can go there. So we went to the IHOP on Jefferson. There was probably 3 people working. And I was like, okay, that's fine. 2 people are in line. I walk in. They're there. I'm like, hey, have you been helped? She was like, no, I'm about to put my order in. I said, okay. See the guy sitting down. I was like, have you been helped? He was like, yeah, I'm good. I said, all right. I'm standing in line. This dude's doing a million things. I don't know what he's doing.
Right.
But he finally comes back 5 minutes later, gets this lady's to-go order, gets it in. Some dude came in between that time and is just sitting on the bench. I'm standing, like, dude's right here talking to the girl. I'm, like, right in front of the dude.
Yeah.
Like, just waiting for him just to turn and look at me, and then we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
Homeboy
Cuts you.
just comes in and is just like, hey, I'm here to pick up an order, da-da-da-da-da. And I was just like, bruh, there's a line.
My
And
guy.
He was just like, yeah, I don't care. And I was just like, oh, all right. And then that dude just goes and helps him and then walks away. And I was just like,
You got alpha.
I was like, buddy, I just want to get seated. Literally just get seated. I'm tired of standing. My feet hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we left after that, obviously.
Oh, you
that
did,
was the
didn't
that was
sit
the
down?
service that we got. Well, I wasn't going to wait for him to come back, or I had already stood there for 10 minutes.
So here's my thing with IHOP that I will respectfully say that I love when you do get seated, if you get the chance.
Yeah.
I order breakfast, lunch, and dinner, baby. I love it.
You order all 3?
Fuck yeah, dude. They got burgers and fries, pancakes,
Oh, you get
bacon,
everything,
eggs. And I think in the middle,
what's the difference between lunch and dinner?
well, I think lunch is like more sandwichy, or it's
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like-
a salad or like a wrap or something.
Banging out steak at night?
Fucking
It's
love
like
it, dude.
burgers. Dinner, you get like You get like a chicken parm there, I think.
Yeah. Oh, dude, when I'm in those moods where I get the 3-course meal, like literally I love it.
Yeah.
I'm in a zone.
I always get the country fried steak, but the breakfast sampler one.
Fire.
Oh yeah, you get the pancakes, the hash browns, the 2 eggs, the 2 meats,
And I just
and
like
country fried steak.
swirl it all together. I'm like, wow.
So I don't know if this
I
is
was
exactly
stoked for it.
Oh, I
was
bet.
stoked for it.
and I don't know if this is exactly what happened to you, but I remember when I was in middle school, I lived in an addition, Crestwood,
Shout out.
and so we would walk up to that Dairy Queen,
Oh yeah.
and I knew somebody that worked there, and
For the hot eats or the cool treats?
the cool treats.
Nice.
And every time that I
Rookie
walked
mistake.
in, and it didn't matter what like the person was doing, when they saw me walk in, they would just go and they would just make a chocolate vanilla swirled ice cream cone, and I would just walk up and they would just give it to me.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, no, now looking back, it's like, oh, everybody in line probably thought I was this huge dick.
Who's this fuckface with a fedora?
Because again, there's just way before
Same
DoorDash and everything like that. So like you just waited in line.
Yeah.
So, but I was just like, I
Or
just
they're
knew
just
it.
see this fucking big dick middle schooler walk in, just like, hey,
Yeah.
where's my table?
Need it.
Let's get
this
guy a cone,
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm gonna have to have you wait real quick.
I
Okay.
need
The swirl cone.
Okay.
That's what you would get?
That's okay. But no, is that your worst?
Yeah, that was my worst IHOP.
That was your okay.
Lack of service.
No 1As, 1Bs, 1Cs?
No.
Nah.
Good
Okay.
week for him.
I could, but I'm not.
Proud of you.
It's been low enough.
Proud of you.
We gotta bring it up. We gotta bring it up.
All right,
Bring
do
it
you
up.
have another location?
PVOs. Let's send them upward,
Okay.
northward.
We reading one?
You want me to?
Yeah.
Me?
No,
Somebody
you said you had somebody
else's. I
else.
thought
Were
you
you
said
reading
you had-
somebody else's, or did you just?
No, I did both of them for her,
Oh,
for
well,
Adrian.
you
Yeah,
did somebody
I thought you
Okay.
meant like somebody else's.
every episode.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I got
come
you.
on.
What if we have 100 people writing in each episode?
Exactly.
You got to pick and
Content.
choose. You gotta
Content
go
is
through it.
content is content.
Anyways, okay. My positive.
your
Best of the week for me. Last week, like I alluded to, went on a little family vacation. A little 2.5-day trip, which now that I'm thinking of it, we got there Sunday afternoon, left Wednesday morning. It is just the ideal time frame. Yes. And this was like an extended family. I think there was 19 of us that went. First time we've had this.
That is a party.
Yeah, first time we've had this type of family function, I want to say in 15 or 20 years for me is what I feel like.
You said you have it every year.
No.
But not this big. You
Not
said
this
extended.
big.
This
Not even,
caliber.
no, not even close.
Okay.
Because I know for a fact, well, I haven't done this since my daughter's been born, and she's going to be 10. So, but we just got
10 years old,
together.
chuck an iPad.
Right, I know. And it's one of those where, like, you're almost kind of nervous because you're like, we haven't been all together for this period of time.
Love
So,
it.
like, how's it going to go down?
It's a real world house, baby.
Oh yeah, but it could have went better. Everybody had a good time, and then apparently we just discovered this new game, or I did, and I don't know if this has been around for a while. We were playing cards, and there was a pool behind us, and I thought they were playing pool, and all of a sudden it just gets like super rowdy.
He means pool table.
Pool table.
Yeah.
And so what they're doing is that they're basically just throwing the cue ball at the 8-ball.
Okay.
And if you make the cue ball, if you make the 8-ball, the person behind you is out. And you basically get 2 lives. But what you have to do is you have to throw the cue ball at the 8-ball from the opposite side of the table that the 8-ball is on.
Okay.
And if the 8-ball comes to rest, you're out or you lose your 1 life.
Oh, so you just gotta keep it going.
Correct. So there'll be times like somebody hits the 8-ball and you have to run to the other side of the table and get the cue ball, run to the other side because if the 8-ball is not going that fast and you have to hit it. And if you miss it, you can hit it or throw it as many times as you want unless the 8-ball stops. But there's people that are like jumping over the table, falling. It just
What
got
if you scratch? Out?
you just pick it out of the pocket.
Oh, that should be fucking.
Yeah.
I was instantly.
That should be
in.
a life.
I was like, this sounds like
But like-
sweaty nonsense.
but like,
man.
I was
Sounds
watching-
like a made up game that I love.
Yes,
Yeah,
like
made
I
up
was
games.
I was watching it from afar as we were playing euchre, and I'm just like, these guys are idiots. Like they're just going haywire. Just take your time, line it up. But
Fuck
like
your
no,
cards, man.
You get into it and you're just like, yes.
Did you play it?
Oh, I did.
Did you get into it?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
big
yeah.
time, big time.
Who'd you say was the champion for the weekend?
Well, there's like 9 games, but I gotta give a shout out. My aunt Cher, 67 years old, 1 round with like 8 of us playing, just dominate. I'm like,
just
good on her.
Underdog City.
She probably just took your strategy. Was like, yeah, let me line this up, making it on 1, baby.
Boing.
Sing.
Yeah,
Going-
but no, that was really cool. And then the last night,
So how do you start it?
So it's
obviously
basically
somebody makes it, you got to pull it out and then just roll it.
no.
and
So
then
like
go?
the 8-ball is resting like where it would be like if you had like a 9-ball set up. So it's like
Okay.
right in the middle, and you have the cue ball on the other side, just like you're breaking. So you can
Okay.
throw it as hard as you want or soft. But on the very first throw, if you miss the 8-ball, you're out. Like it's your life.
Okay.
Should be.
So you have to hit the 8-ball to get
Yeah.
it going.
Okay.
But no, then the last night, and we were all gonna leave relatively early in the morning, like 8-ish. I ended up staying up till like 2 in the morning talking to my 19-year-old cousin,
Love that.
and it's just like shout out Dalton, like love the kid, like obviously he's been in my life for 19 years, but we haven't
Yes.
had too many conversations. And then earmuffs, my cousin's boyfriend Connor. Not a bad guy. We were all
Connor
together.
bucks, dude.
All of a sudden, Tierney even comes out and she's like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "It's 2 in the morning." I'm like,
You have to drive.
I'm like, we're just talking.
When you get in those bro moments, man, and it's just like you're just cruising. And,
Combos, dude.
Yeah. Time
So-
irrelevant.
Great
Dalton
times.
comes to the shop.
Yeah.
Doesn't get cut by any of us. Just cut by the hairstylist.
Oh, okay.
I respect it. I love it. Okay.
Pod for a different day, but we were just talking about how like obviously kids his age party and do stuff, and I'm just like, man,
Yeah.
oof,
Shop talk.
Shop talk.
shop talk.
Grocery list. Okay, my best.
My best.
So then, wait, actually, here it is. So,
Okay.
shout out to Lauren. She reached out to us when Dut and I went to Turner's.
Conrad.
Yep.
LC baby.
Sponsor.
It was funny. Which different pod for a different day?
Was that the
for
Hills?
The whole baby. Love it.
Laguna Beach.
No, different pod for a different day about just going to random parties. But yeah, she reached out and said she enjoyed the pod, and it reminds her of another pod that she really enjoys called Pillows and Beer. And my big takeaway from it, and I think I talked to both of you guys separately about it, is like, if we remind you of a pod that's already out there and prevalent and making money, I feel like that's a really good thing. So it was like a really good compliment to receive. And so it's like a humble brag or a humble, like, I'm just excited about to like get that sort of compliment or
Yeah.
So it was really cool.
She's a part of the Offspring,
She's part of the Offspring.
Welcome to the Offspring.
We do this for you guys.
and that's it.
Guns, fireworks. Boom. Yeah, it's my best.
Boom.
Back to me. I guess I can take it.
Yeah, you're the last one.
All right.
Yeah.
Hard to top fanfare.
Yeah,
Right,
finish
honestly.
the wabs. Finish us. Wab us out.
Saturday during the day, shout out Molly's uncle. Got married, went to the wedding. Beautiful. Nice. I mean, it was a Catholic wedding, so
Long.
not my cup of tea. And it was long. It was long, but you
Full
know,
mass.
you have it.
Full staff.
Full mass. Did it. We're full mast. We're going, but no, we go to the bar, open bar at the
Of
reception.
course,
Gotta
every
love
Catholic
that.
wedding
Yes.
is.
Just rocking it. Did a shot with Molly's mom, and she don't drink ever.
Oof.
I think I've seen her do one shot in our 7-year relationship.
And now that is
Tomorrow.
2.
You'll be hearing this tomorrow, babe. Happy anniversary.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Yeah.
Shout out. That's a best too.
There it is.
Nice. Okay.
That'll be next week's best.
So hold on, let me take a guess here. I'm gonna say if she doesn't,
8 years.
I'm not gonna say she's gonna do anything like fruity or anything like that. I'm just gonna say she just did a shot of whiskey.
Yep.
Boom.
We
Jack
did,
Daniels.
Shot of Crown.
Yes.
That too.
Then shot
Apple
of Crown.
or regular?
Regs. I had to teach her
I'm
how
gonna take a shot.
I
You
had to
said
teach her how to
apple
do-
crown, please.
I had to teach her how to do it. I was like, because usually like
Open your mouth.
no, like usually like if you go to like a wedding or something, they're like, yeah, we're not allowed to pour shots.
No,
Like,
they're gonna put in a cup.
yeah. So you got to go up there and be like, hey, I need Crown neat, no ice, Coke back. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And they're just like, I fucking hate you. I know exactly what you're doing.
Right.
Sorry.
And so got up there and she was like, you order it. And I was like, okay. And I did it. And I was like, yeah, let me get 2 crowns neat. And he just goes, Crown? And I was like, that bottle right behind you.
Yeah.
He goes, okay.
This is open bar.
And this kid was just been flustered all night. Like the first time I ordered, he gave me a vodka tonic and I ordered a vodka Coke. Not for me.
Say that's I drink vodka. And that's an odd order, vodka
Yeah.
Coke.
Vodka
Vodka
little
tonic.
cousin. And I was just like, a vodka Coke? That's
Cranberry.
a classic 19-year-old drink.
Yeah, it's like, what do we got? A 2 liter
So
and
he
some
just pours
kombucha?
it. He gives me the vodka tonic, and I was like, I said vodka Coke? And he just goes,
Yeah, I'm not gonna make that.
Oh, yeah. He goes, honestly, he just goes, sorry. I was like, you can give me that. I'll take it. I mean, I'll drink it.
Yeah, because who drinks vodka Coke?
19-year-olds. That's who.
Man.
And that's what I said. I said, dude, the vodka Sprite. Get a vodka Sprite.
Yes.
If you're going to get vodka and pop, like a vodka Sprite or something.
100%.
Yeah.
Sprite, obviously cranberry juice,
Yeah.
tonic. I don't know that I've ever put it with anything dark ever.
No. Vodka water.
Yeah.
Vodka waters.
Put some
Those
fruit
slap.
in there.
Yeah. So, anyways, I order it, and then he immediately goes, grabs the glasses, puts ice in them. And I was like, neat. And he goes, so no ice? And I was like, yeah, bud, no ice. Like, I'll dumb it down for you. I thought I was helping you out, speaking your language.
Sure.
He was like, I'm not a bartender, dude. They just pay me to come here. I'm usually a cook. And I was like, all right.
That's all you had to say from the start.
Yeah.
I get it.
And I'm like, all right.
Boom.
So then we throw that thing back. And she just took it like a champ. No chase, no nothing.
That's a tough. Like,
Yeah.
Wet mouth.
whiskey neat. I don't
No,
care
not
whether you
that
drink or
one.
not. If you're not an avid drinker, you're going to feel it.
I went back up there and I tried to get another crown. They were out of it. So I had to do an Admiral Nelson.
Woo!
That one gave me wet mouth. That one gave me wet mouth real bad.
AN is fucking
Yeah. And they had a keg of Bush Light. Shout out Bush Light, man.
lattes.
Yeah, dude. Just Bush.
I think there's only been 2 times in my drinking career that the lights went out and I blacked out. And the first one was off of Admiral Nelson.
Love
Not a proud night.
Admiral Nelson.
it. Admiral Nelson.
That's the worst and the best. Wabs.
Yes,
Wabs.
the Wabs. They're high.
Wabbed.
Yeah.
Wabby.
Next segment, that one's dead.
Here, we're doing this. I don't know what sound this is. I
What?
literally just typed in alien sounds.
I love it.
You
Segment
ready?
Do
change.
it.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're doing alien
Take
sounds.
it. Take it to us.
Ooh, spooky. Take me to your leader.
It's like 40 seconds, but I'm not going to play
I
all of
love
it.
it.
I wanted the woo.
That was great.
Yes.
Okay, so
We're on the
Nope,
fly.
nope.
who came up with the top 3 this week?
This guy, Area 51, he said it last week as soon as we were done.
Yeah, okay.
Episode
Bring us in.
51.
Reel us in. What do we got here?
So obviously, episode 51, Area 51. We're storming the pod. So we're going top 3 movies with aliens in them,
Yes.
not including superheroes.
Correct. Start it off. Take the lead.
Yeah. So my bronze.
How does it go? What's our
Yeah. So obviously, top 3. We're gonna go reverse order.
For those of you new to
For
rankings,
those of you new to the
Well, because what
rankings,
if we did first, second, third? That'd be wild, right?
that would be insane.
if
Yeah.
we went top to bottom,
You talk
yeah,
about
it'd be
just
nuts.
fucking rocking people.
I would puke.
yeah.
People would be like, I heard your best. I want to hear your third best now.
I really like this guy's bronze. Tough bronze. Yeah. But anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. So we rank them gold, silver, bronze. Start with the bronze, work
Yes.
our way up the podium,
Up the
baby.
podium.
Bingo.
Yeah.
And
so this one, to make the podium, and what? I thought you were going to say
at
something.
your third.
Oh, yeah. I thought I forgot something.
No, it's okay.
And,
Yeah.
no, I've never done it before. Yeah. So coming in
At number
bronze,
3.
at
Yes.
the Noom 3 spot, Coneheads.
Yeah.
Shout out Coneheads. Dude.
Dan Aykroyd, man. What a guy.
Yeah, man.
Tell us about it.
If you don't know, it was a skit on SNL, and then they turned into a full-length movie.
Was it
as
really?
They
Yeah,
usually
that's
do.
where I got to
Yeah.
start.
Okay. Never
I
seen the
forget
Coneheads. Never seen it.
What?
Never.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
You need to watch it because it's funny.
Have you seen like the skits?
No, and
No.
here's the thing. I think
It's from it's an '80s skit from like when Dan Aykroyd was there, obviously.
It's one of those, if you can get over the voices, you're just
Yeah.
kind of like,
but that's where I think is it one of those movies where it doesn't necessarily stand the test of time.
No, it does.
most of them don't, but that doesn't mean they're not good.
But you know what I mean? Like there's some that like you can watch no matter what and they work. I guess with just alien movies in general, since that's what we're talking about. But
Right,
like
we're already thinking something bad.
well, no, yeah, but it's like some of them, if you didn't see them in the moment when it first released, it doesn't hit the same. But you're saying it does.
I'm saying it does.
Okay.
It's still hilarious.
It's his
Okay.
bronze.
Yeah, dude.
It made the podium.
So there's 2 more better.
Like just
Buckle up.
so many cameos in it that you're just like, oh.
It's
that
a
person's
cameo
in it?
movie?
I mean, there's a bunch. It's just like full of SNL people.
Yeah.
I told you
that
I'm
are
a
on it.
big cameo guy lately. We got to
Yeah.
make a going to Canton like what the best cameo movies are.
Yeah.
Oh, I have 2 off the top of my head right now.
R.D. Chico. I come from France.
Okay, so who? Dan Aykroyd, and then it's a family movie, right? Technically,
Yeah.
yeah. And who's his wife?
I forget her name.
I'll just look it up.
Yeah,
I'll get
look
IT
it up.
on it right
But
now.
it's
She was on Saturday Night Live. She's pretty famous. I just forget her
and then
name.
so is the premise of it. It's they're just like the world knows that they're Conehead like alien. Like
they
an
don't know
alien-
they don't know they're aliens. They say they come from France. So
Okay.
like they're coming to like scout Earth to take it over. Like their race is coming
Okay.
to scout it. Their ship gets shot down. They have to live among us.
Okay.
So then the dude he's working for Sinbad.
Love it.
And he's working at like a
Radio
like a-
Shack.
it's basically like a Radio Shack where they like fix like
Tech.
electronics.
Yeah.
And like obviously he's like, oh yeah, I can fix anything. I know everything.
I'm an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His wife ends up getting pregnant. They're living there. Sinbad's like, oh, this dude doesn't have a visa or a green card. He's like, oh, I knew he was an illegal. Goes
Alien.
meets Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler gives him a passport.
Adam Sandler's in
Yeah.
Conehead.
Adam
Yeah,
Sandler, Phil
Are you sure you're not
Hartman,
talking about
David
Airheads?
Spade. No,
That's Brandon
Michael
Fraser.
McKean.
That's
like,
the rock movie.
there's a ton of people that
Like
you would
the
be like, oh yeah,
rock and roll music
Yeah.
movie.
What's her
Okay.
name? The wife's name?
Jane Curtin.
Jane Curtin. You wouldn't know. She's an 80s.
Yeah, you
star.
wouldn't know her name, but
No.
if I showed you other stuff that she was in, she's
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to
And
go.
so like
she was
they
in I
just
Love You
end up
Man.
they end up having a
Love it.
kid
Great
there.
movie.
She obviously grows up.
Okay.
And is like, I want to stay on Earth or whatever.
Yeah.
Then they go back, and then they ended up like faking it, and then they come back because they're like, now we're Earthlings now.
It sounds like a movie I'd throw on and probably not care halfway through, but I want to try.
You should watch it. Chris Farley's in it.
I think that's
You need to see it. It's
that
one
should
of
be our
those that you
next
need to
thing
see
is
it.
like we have to, for better or worse, take in like our suggested content.
Well, that's what I thought originally that we were going to do when we do like our 2D 1D goes to the movies.
Yeah, we're a holy trinity.
But it was going to be like just a movie I want, and if you guys don't want to do it, you have to watch it, and we have to talk about it.
100%.
Yeah,
I'm all
100%.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. For
And it
the
doesn't have to
goes-
be topical. It's just like, hey, this is one of my favorite movies. You just have to watch it. We're going to talk about it.
goes to the
Hell
movies
yeah.
makes sense. Top 3, we'll figure it out. Okay, so Great Bronze.
Coneheads.
Question mark. I don't know. I'll find out.
I
All right.
think it's on Netflix.
Is it?
I think.
Okay. My Bronze.
Bronze.
Third to the podium. First one up to the podium, technically. It is E.T., the extraterrestrial.
I mean, and
The extraterrestrial.
Yeah. So
he phoned home.
for me, my list, because the way it's going to play out, I think I need to explain it early and often.
Especially if ET's your bronze.
Well, I base it
Yeah.
off of my personal rewatchable or rewatchability. Like the amount of times I innately go to rewatch these movies, I had to put it bronze for that reason, because I have here, it's a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was in the summer of 1982. And for 1982, it earned $792 million at the box office.
On like a $10 million budget.
10 and a
Yeah.
half,
Yeah.
which is insane. And I'm like, that should tell you right there in itself. Like, making almost 800 million today makes you a top movie.
Yeah.
That's
and
an
this-
ROI, baby.
Yeah, huge ROIs. And for my bullet points here, first thing E.T. does, and I love it, after leaving Elliot's room for the first time when they're like, hey, you know, we have to continue our lives, but like, we're going to try to take care of you. He goes downstairs, just hammers a 6 or a Coors, just gets drunk as fuck. Like, that's the first thing he does when he leaves.
Duh.
I absolutely love it. And then I put here, throughout the whole movie, there is this interesting thing because it's weird how they try to play into this whole, like, she's a single mom. The husband ran off with some chick in Mexico, and she's just there trying to take care of the kids. And I think she does a great job, like all things considered. I don't know if that's what they were trying to paint there, but I said there's a correlation between old school parenting and houses being built up to code. And do you want to take a guess what I mean by that?
No.
So, how many times have you watched like Property Brothers or just
What do you mean like this just could not be built this way? This is just not a thing?
for whatever reason
Yes.
they're like, this is terrible. This is not livable. This
Because
is
its
not up,
closet's massive.
this is not up to code. Like, you shouldn't be like, this is insane to me. But like, somebody's been living into this whole fucking time, and it seems like they're okay because
Yeah.
they're selling you the house, and you're just now going to fix it because you're inspecting it for the first time. That's what parenting was back in the day. Like, there was a time where she leaves little Drew Barrymore, her first, like, I think, movie debut.
Second.
She goes,
Yeah.
Elliot's at school, and like, I have to pick him up because I think it's when he's hammered. And she just tells her 6-year-old, stay here, don't move. I'll be right back. Like, and I hate that in this day and age, that is the most frowned upon thing you can do. And it's like, it happened to us all the time. I don't care who you are. Like, the same thing with
And
Elliot.
you're still here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Elliot and Mike, like, what was it like?
You gonna leave Parker at home by herself?
They won't.
But they're staying up playing games.
Try to take walks.
Like,
nope, we're coming.
they go to ride bikes. You know what I mean? Like, they're doing all these things, and they know how to take care of themselves. It's just like either great parenting or just knowing your surroundings. I don't know either way. I'm like, it was just so funny to me because I'm like, yeah, why is everything so just hyper? Like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. So that, and then I said, the way they shot it and filmed it was great. It was just classic Spielberg. Like, he had a way of just making his movies stand out when they're already good.
Yeah.
And you don't know what it is until you go back and like you really start to care about movies, like I think we all three do, and you watch it and you're just like, this movie just sucks you in, man. Like, it's just a really good movie.
Yeah, it's E.T.
Yeah.
It's E.T., dude.
And I said, which parent was the originator of, if you stay home from school sick, no TV, no fun? Who was that?
I don't know.
I want to fucking fight them. I'll talk shit about them right now. I want them to come here so I can fight them. Last week's episode.
I mean, I
Like-
kind of get it. It's like if you're not
Yeah.
at
if you're gonna
school
play
because
hooky,
you're sick, sorry, you got to
Per-
abide by the sick rules.
No, perfect. You played right into it, and that's what I was hoping you guys both.
you played right into it.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping you guys both do.
Chess.
Insert now a severe hangover, sick the next day, whatever the case may be. Sitting there and just mindlessly having something like, settle you down, calm you down, whatever you want to call it. Like, that's okay.
No.
That's allowed. But instead, you got parents running back home, feeling the TV. It's lukewarm.
100%.
I don't like that.
Well, especially if you're playing hooky. Are you really sick or are you playing hooky?
He's got an alien in his closet, brother.
Is he sick or does he have an alien in his closet?
Yeah. If you tell me you just want to go to school, then I'm okay.
One and the
Watch
same.
TV.
And then I put here for the last one, I forgot that E.T. actually technically dies in the movie.
Yeah.
That was a crazy, like, I completely spaced that. And then, like, the whole premise is he comes back to life when the literally home phones him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and his heart's just like, boom, boom. It's a great movie.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, my favorite quote about that is Tony Soprano, and he goes, "I'll tell you one thing: if me and my friends found that extraterrestrial, we'd have beat its head in with a hammer." And I'm like, honestly,
Suck it, E.T.
Probably, dude.
But there was something about it where E.T. was just, he's got the fucking little penguin waddle. There's like, you couldn't help but love him and be like, yeah, if I found this alien, this weird thing, you would just want to take care of it. Or like,
No, I would not.
Nah, they probably would have threw a rock. I probably threw a rock at it.
no.
Just would have walked in the other direction.
His neck
Yeah,
just fucking
done.
giraffes. Like, I don't know. That's my bronze.
It's a good bronze.
E.T.
I guess
Yeah.
it's a really good bronze.
I wish I'd have kept that toy.
So my bronze, and this is the one I found out, and it couldn't have played better into a stark contrast for a movie that made $700 million. My bronze had a budget of $37 million,
Bet.
and at the box office, it made a whopping $16.2 million.
So I'm going to say the ROI was negative.
It was not good for this
Was
movie.
it Lost in Space?
No, and it is as rated regards too. No one really liked this.
Is this Battlefield LA?
No,
Battlefield Galactica.
Oh no,
Battlefield
this is the 1986 masterpiece Howard the Duck,
Ooh.
How is Howard the Duck a fucking alien movie?
because he's an extraterrestrial that comes from another planet.
He's a
We also
fucking
said no
duck.
superheroes. And
Oh,
this technically
sorry.
superhero.
Isn't he a
Anyways.
fucking duck?
He's an alien duck.
I mean, he talks and walks and has sex, so
It does.
Looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, fucks like a duck.
must
He has
be
no
a duck.
superpowers.
Must be an alien.
He doesn't have any superpowers. No, anyway, because this was like the
A
first
duck
time.
that fucks has superpowers.
No,
Oh, I guess ducks fuck, right?
Yeah, that's how they mate.
they
Yeah.
procreate. Yes, sir.
They do.
No, because this was like the first like movie that I remember as a kid where I was like, okay, it's not a cartoon, but like there's not just people in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Is it Roger Rabbit film style?
No.
No, this was like an actual like marionette type guy, like Yoda.
Okay.
Yeah,
Respect that.
correct.
All day.
And
Plus one.
They did not. They
No,
did not respect
They
it
did
all
not.
day.
It was, And even like I did, truth be told, I didn't watch the whole movie back. But even going
Hell
through,
of a bronze, my man.
but what I'm saying is like because it had a
It's in his
special
heart.
place to
It's in
me
his heart.
because it was as a kid I loved it, and because I think it's one of the first movies that I watched like this. Has Leah Thompson in it.
Who the
You know
hell's
who that is?
that?
Marty McFly's mom.
I don't think she's that hot.
Oh, she's pretty attractive, dude.
She's ugly hot.
She's rapeable.
However, speaking of that, Jeffrey Jones, who has a checkered
Oh, because
past,
of the Back to the Future.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, man.
top rope.
Woo. Okay,
That's a
RKO.
Biff, dude.
Yeah, fucking Biff.
So
That's so Biff.
basically, like if you listen to like the trailer of the movie,
Yeah.
Howard is 27 years old, having like a midlife crisis. When the plot of this movie is basically like this laser beam is bringing people from other planets into Earth.
Okay. Multiverse.
Correct. And it says his favorite sports are windsurfing and Aikido, which is a type of karate or martial arts.
Oh, plus another one.
Favorite
Howard the Duck's already up too.
favorite pastimes, cigars and sex.
God, this guy fucks.
Hell, it
And
is.
he's a duck?
Yeah. And when he gets like beamed through like this obviously portal type deal, you know where he lands? Cleveland.
Plus like 4.
Yes. And,
Dude, Howard is a fucking goat.
and like, I mean, honestly, I don't think I probably should have been able to watch this movie as a
No.
kid. Like, it's like, as I was watching, I'm like, man, because I started thinking about, and mostly they're like
Dude.
animated movies, but I think about like when my kids get to the age when they watch some of their, and it's like, oh, that was an adult joke that I didn't get then or
Yeah.
something like this. This is just overtly like, he's trying to hook up with actual people.
Oh, yeah.
Love it, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Howard's a G.
Yeah. And the principal from Ferris Bueller,
Oh, yeah. He's the dad in Beetlejuice.
yeah. He again he has a checkered past from doing some things that
Yeah,
aren't
yeah.
great. So, but he just plays
Biff stuff?
He's a scientist that doesn't want to send him back,
Ugh.
and yeah, some under stuff.
Pain.
But he just plays the villain again, and you're just like, ugh. But no, it was just literally a movie that I saw as a young kid, which again at this point I probably should not have. And you're just like, all right,
Does it hit the 3 Bs?
no.
The 3 Bs, for those of you out there, I hope it becomes a thing. I want it to become a thing. It's bromance, brawls, and boobs.
No, it doesn't.
No brawls.
No, I mean it's got a scene
There's
at
no
the
boobs
end
either.
where there's like another extraterrestrial, but still,
Way to leave me hanging. I
yeah.
respect it.
But no, it is like
Okay.
universally like one of the biggest flops at the box office.
Well,
It had a life on VHS because when the movie boom or like the tape boom happened.
right.
But yeah, I just remember watching that. I'm like, dude, this movie's great. That's probably like, oh, because you probably shouldn't be watching this.
Well, the obvious question to ask you then at that point is, were you a part of the 16 million that it made?
No, this was not a theater movie.
Get
for
it off
me.
your
No.
fucking top 3.
So, like, do you know?
You didn't see E.T. in the movie theaters.
Do you know?
yeah, I
when-
did. I wasn't born.
There you go.
Yes, I did. Nah, I wasn't born.
I was a -6.
Check that.
Yeah. that's
No,
my
so
bad.
you know, in like Guardians of the Galaxy, when
Yeah.
they go see the Collector,
Yes.
and you see the giant duck dude.
That's
in
Howard the
jar?
Duck.
That's Howard the Duck.
Yes. So he's intertwined
He's
himself
that
back.
famous.
He's that famous.
Yeah.
He made it into an Avengers
Like
movie.
he is a comic book character, Howard the Duck.
What,
and it was
is
like
he
one of the
DC or
first
Marvel?
ones that they. Well,
He's
in Marvel.
in a Marvel
He's in
movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy, but
You never know.
and so it was like one of the first ones that they made a movie about. So like, if you watch like the Goldbergs,
Which is
they do an
ironic,
episode
right?
about it.
Because it's like, why would you choose that?
Couldn't tell you, dude.
But I mean, it sounds like in today's world, that would be like a very Deadpool adjacent movie. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, I think that like Howard the character could have been. Yes, he's this
Yeah.
cigar smoking
Yeah.
duck, like to
Sex
hook up with
fucking,
chicks.
Cleveland riding. Like he's a fucking dude. I get it. I'm pumped. He got +6 from me, and I've never even seen the movie.
Yes. Bronze.
Check it out, dude.
Boom.
Give it a gander.
I got Coneheads and Ducks.
Coneheads and ducks.
All right. Silver medal round. Dute.
Civil Met around.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a little serious now.
Let's get serious.
Yeah, it's the prequel that you didn't know was the prequel to Aliens. It is Prometheus. So good. 2012, Michael Fassbender in here, just robot, but you didn't know he's a robot.
He is, correct me if I'm wrong, the new Magneto.
Yes.
Yes.
Really good actor.
Yeah.
Really like him. He's one of those guys because he was the like in Aliens, there was the guy that was like half human, half like robot alien or whatever you would call it. He was that in Prometheus, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was one of those movies I remember seeing, and there was just something about it that made you want to watch it. And I don't know why. And then to find out, like, I almost think for us
I'm glad they held that on until
Yeah.
the very end.
Yes.
And I was just like,
what
wait
the
a minute.
Like,
It blew my mind.
and I just saw, shout out TikTok for better or worse, like, there's a guy that does like the most, he ranks like post-credit scenes that never delivered, and then the ones that were like the best ones. How that didn't make his list, I don't know, because I would argue, hot take, that's the best one ever.
Was it a post-credit scene or was it just like the very end of the movie?
Either way, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like you had no inclination
I had no
that it was
idea
an
that
aliens,
was going to happen.
and then he like the person he's dead or whatever on the table, and then all of a sudden the fucking thing comes
Yeah.
out with the same, and you're like, what?
I was like, wait a minute. What is that? And then I was like, that is exactly that.
Yes.
And I was just like, okay.
In
all
my
right.
head, I'm like, I'll take one. I was like, that is how you do a prequel, like to the, 99.9%. Like,
Yeah.
it was so good. It was a great pick. What else?
you.
What else would you like to say?
I'll say something
Go
Hit
ahead.
me with it.
that
Put some stank on it.
truth be told, this isn't my ideal genre, so I've not seen that movie.
Oh,
Okay.
because you're scared of shit.
What's
Scared
that
of shit?
Scared of shit.
now? You're scared of shit.
New word here brought to you on this podcast. You're
Word
a
of the day,
scared,
scared
of
of
shit.
A scared of shit. But no, but it's because you're scared.
No, it just doesn't enjoy it.
Because you're a pussy. It's not. It's a good movie. Like, it was. I honestly don't even remember anything about it other than the ending was just so good, because you talk about a plot twist.
Well, hold on. Before you say anything further, according to your hot take last week,
Yes.
I think I have the ability to fight you before you call me a pussy.
That
Well,
checks
we're here.
out.
If you're going to talk shit about me, especially using that, because I
Scared of shit?
I say you're going to change your tone real fast here, bud.
All right, my bad. Okay, so silver
There's
round.
furniture moving around here.
Any last words for Prometheus?
Fassbender crushed it,
Uh,
right?
The sequel of the other prequels, Alien Covenant, also turned out. It was pretty good.
Really?
It was Michael Fassbender
I don't know if I watched that
adjacent,
one.
and he just like started breeding the aliens and like coming to life and like trying to figure out. And
Was that where they
fixing
had
all
like the
things. And he like basically creates that species.
Was it called? Is it kind of what is that called? A harvest or like a nest?
Those are different.
Yeah, a nest harvest.
Nope,
No
that doesn't make it better.
Nope. Okay,
I'd have to rewatch it, but like that's all I remember is like
I'll rewatch
the
it.
Michael Fassbender character. It was
I'll-
just like,
I'll put it down here.
hey man, I'm just saving. Like he just has like all these like
Yeah.
petri dishes,
Yes.
and then they like starts creating them,
Yep.
and then like he brings the people here so they can get hunted or start mating with humans and like try to like
Yeah.
get their genes with their genes. And I was just like, all right, dude.
Yeah. Prometheus. It fucks. Okay. Good silver. My silver. This one.
Okay.
Arguably, what do you want to say?
I don't know yet.
We've already touched on it. One of the greatest speeches.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's Independence Day. I put it there strictly because I rewatched this movie a lot. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think for aliens and what we're talking about, that has to be a factor. That has to be something you graded on because there's a reason you rewatch it. I know there are secret shame movies I have, mostly rom-coms that are probably really fucking dirt shit bad, but I love them for better or worse.
Awkward moment ain't bad. It's great.
Fire. I watched it again. It's
So
so
good.
good,
So
dude.
good.
3 bet. Oh, gee, my tail. But
Ugh,
okay,
over
so
'em.
67% on Rotten Tomatoes, released on July 3rd, 1996, which I think is great. When a movie releases basically on the same day that it's like built around.
Happening.
No, not basically. It needs to be the same day or it doesn't matter.
Well, it was probably Friday, fucker.
It doesn't matter. Hold out a day. It's like released on July 5th.
Well, when the movie started, it was
July
3rd.
2nd, I think. 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah, it was
And
like
then
the
it goes-
3rd, and then
yeah.
it goes into the 4th.
No, I want
And
an
I love
Independence
it.
Day release.
Do you want to guess on this one how much it earned at the box office?
$200 million.
838 million.
Nice. You would have won technically $817 million on a
Price is Right
$75
rules.
million
Price is right, baby.
have to play it by that. But again, it's crazy to think about. E.T. almost beat it.
Almost.
And it was 14 years earlier, which is kind of crazy. So I put here, honestly, my first question, is there a stripper daycare service system that exists?
Yeah, they're just called daycares.
Because I was like, what did Vivica Fox do before Will Smith showed up? Like, do you just take
There's
care
a
of your...
special place in my heart for Vivica Fox.
I
That's
agree.
weird.
Retweet. But it's
The movie Booty Call. Me and my buddies watch it all the time. Jamie Fox, her.
lights off. But it's one
It's
of
not
those...
that bad. Like,
Well,
there's
but
nothing that actually
it's one of those
happens.
things where I
Grow
think
up,
about
dude.
it and
Watch
I'm
the
like,
Players Club, dude.
she
Good
goes
too.
she goes to strip to her job, and I'm like, I don't think daycares are open from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. or 10 p.m. to 3 a.m.
You have overnight daycares.
Do you really?
I mean, like nannies or like babysitters.
Au
You don't
pairs,
just
people
go
that,
to,
like, stay
the
at your
daycare.
house.
Is that a thing? I mean, the
Oh,
more
yeah.
you know. I have no idea. I don't have any
I mean,
kids.
yeah, it's usually a family member.
Okay.
Or you have like a babysitter that lives across the hall
Okay.
Or a bunch of money.
or a bunch of money.
I respect it. Okay, so
Probably a lot of ones.
you're betting on having a family member or somebody in the circle, the Gaylord Circle Faulkner Trust.
I'm sure the guy was probably around and then he left.
Who?
The
Oh,
father of the kid.
The
I don't know.
father. Okay, my third thing, or next thing was, I think calling out everything you do as a fighter pilot's fucking goated. So like when they go up there, he's like, Night 7, box 3. Like I just would fly around and I'd be like, Night 7, jets, fuel's low. Sorry, gotta land. Sorry, Night 7, aliens are flying around. This is freaking me out. I don't know.
So you wouldn't be in the fight?
I'm just saying.
You sound like you're
you
trying to
sound like
throw a
you're
pass
scared.
to Owen Wilson in the Wedding Crashers.
Red 7, red 7, red 7.
Sounds like you're scared to fight.
But no, you know what I'm
trying
saying.
to go land thinking you have low fuel.
That didn't land the way I wanted it to.
I get what you're trying to say. You just want call signs. You, want
call
codes.
signs, you want to do
You want to
stuff.
just. You want it. It's in the game.
Which Will Smith's call sign is just eagle. I don't like that.
I mean, it's a majestic bird.
Yeah.
Oh.
Eagle has landed.
Okay, and then I put it joins the shortlist for me for damn near perfect casting from top to bottom. I said the only person I hate in that movie, the casting, is probably Vivica A.
Yeah.
Fox's friend. I think she's annoying as fuck.
That's her job, though. If you've ever seen her in anything else, that's who she is.
The annoying white
So
chick.
that's how she got casted. That's probably like the role she casted for.
And you
Annoying
want
white chick?
Probably crushed it.
Bang.
and you want to hear dark horse for the best person in the whole movie?
Randy Quaid.
Bingo, baby.
There's no dark horse.
Hello,
bud.
boys. I'm back. And
I
he's
didn't like the oldest son. The oldest son sucks.
Miguel, fucking dick. I loved though when he's like, "You dusted the wrong field, you idiot. His farm's on the other side of town." And then he's like, "You sure?" Just hammered to the nines. He's like, "I don't know, man. I think I watered the right one. I think we're good." But no. And then I said, this movie mixed with Don't Look Up, the latest one they did, I would say would be one of the best alien movies to date ever made. Like I think that is exactly how we would handle it in this modern era. If you put Don't Look Up and Independence Day. So like at first they're like, welcome wagon, let's shine fucking spotlights at them for whatever fucking reason because we think they know Morse code. And it's like,
Yeah.
maybe they do, maybe they don't. But Don't Look Up is like the political aspect that they're looking at and everything else. And it's like, how about you just realize there's fucking extraterrestrials here with spaceships the size of our city that are ready to just blow a hole in us?
Yeah.
Like, let's get out of here. Like, there should be no thought other than let's just get airborne above this saucer, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Unless you
Let's
give me
get
a speech
above the saucer from outer space. Let's get above
that came
that.
here from way higher up.
It's all about getting the high ground. That's on anything. It's all
Wow.
about the high ground.
Calm
Always.
down, Obi-Wan, dude. He was actually a master of the low ground. Did you know that?
And
I'm not going down that rabbit hole with you, but
I'm just saying, master of the high ground, you got it. It's conquered.
It's Independence Day.
That's my silver.
ID4.
ID 4.
It's funny that we just keep going tit for tat with
In less than an hour.
with the old box office here. So your movie made what, 800 million?
817, roughly.
Wow.
How much yours?
This one, which opened up on June 14th, which happens to be Flag Day.
Day.
19
Also happens to be something else.
boom, this guy's birthday.
Didn't know.
1987. It had a budget of $15 million and it made $98 million worldwide.
Oh, that's plus, baby.
That's
That's,
Oh,
plus.
plus.
big time.
ROIs are firing.
Yes. So when I
1987 with an alien.
I was minus
with
one.
an alien,
Minus
and
one.
I would
It
argue
was Alien.
it is not.
Predator.
Oh,
It is. When I made my list,
fucking Dutch lover, dude.
I thought it. Well, no, I thought about
Go
it from a
Dutch
standpoint.
yourself.
It's like, okay, there's like an alien that maybe I would potentially want to hang out with. Then there's the prototypical alien that is just
The one you think if an alien comes, they're gonna
correct,
wreck
like
your
that is
shop.
just gonna destroy everything.
Yeah.
And then it's like if it was really a thing. And for me, again, I saw this movie at a relatively younger age only because my brother's 4 years older than me. And I think to this day, this might be, if not his favorite movie, it's in the top 3. This is just the heart of just 80s action.
Oh, yeah.
It is testosterone. It is just that. But The Predator was just this thing that people talked about.
Yeah.
You're just like, what is this thing? Yes, you hear that sound. And the first half of the movie, you don't even see him. But it has this build. And then he finally, after he kills somebody, he goes up into the trees and he turns his camouflage off and you see him for the first time. You're like, oh my God.
And then you just see him with the mask and you're like, oh, this dude's tight. And then he takes it off and you're like, whoa.
Ugh. Right. And then again, Dutch fights him one-on-one. Of course, if I'm going to want him in my back in Hunger Games. But the Predator does. He takes his helmet off and you're just like, this is this disgusting fish-looking... Yeah. He has, like, his jaw opens up and tentacles, and you're like, yeah, this is what an alien probably is to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it was disgusting.
I'll be honest.
And
I think
he's got dreads.
Yeah, I was gonna say Predators look cool because they have alien man buns.
I mean, they have dreads. They don't.
Yeah,
bun
there's
it
no
up.
bun in it, man.
Like if
There's
they
no
put them in a
cool
bun,
one.
that would
There's
be
no
sick.
cool one. That's
You know
how
they're
they
running
say,
around and like if one
hey,
of them
bro,
one day was just like,
I don't want to hunt. I'm just all about peace and love.
I'm just here to chill, man. I think I might surf and smoke a cig, maybe fuck. You know, Howard the Duck style.
No, not to mention, like, this movie invented a handshake,
Dylan,
which is
you
great.
son of a bitch.
So
Get to the
good.
chopper.
That's in this one?
Yes.
Hell yeah, brother.
Come on, man. It's
don't-
like you almost never seen it.
I haven't. I gotta watch a lot of movies, man.
Oh, my
Dude,
a lot of
you gotta
homework.
Stop watching bromances.
Fire though.
Dude.
For the
Hey.
19th time.
Bromance bras. There's 2 out of 3 B's in here.
There are.
Yeah.
No boobs, huh?
I mean, they're in the jungle. There's only one chick.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger and Apollo Creed, dude.
got-
Just
You know, he got the pecs.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's a scene. His name's Bill Duke. His name's Mac in the movie.
These names are so alpha, it's almost disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
they're all Green Berets, dude.
BD, Bill Duke.
And his buddy, just because you don't know it, even though everybody knows what happens in Predator, just
Nobody knows it. It's from 1987.
Everybody knows it.
knows it.
Okay.
Anyway, so basically there's 6 of these military guys that go into the jungle on this
How many
mission.
die?
All but
5.
Dutch.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was basically a search and rescue.
Squad wipe.
They go there not knowing that there's an alien there.
And then a
Predator.
squad already there got wiped out.
Correct. And so you probably don't know who Jesse the Body Ventura is.
Oh, who
Well,
That's
doesn't?
the
Right.
governor of fucking Minnesota.
Yeah.
So he has literally this rail gun that he just holds that is just mowing people and trees down all at one time.
Railguns sound very
It's like a gauntlet.
devastating.
Yes. But anyway, so that's like Mac's best friend, and he gets killed by the Predator pretty gruesomely. And so there's like a 5 or 10 minute montage where they're just shirtless, cutting down trees, setting booby traps in the jungle. I mean, it is just 80s.
Oh,
to
is
the
it
T.
like machete, like making their way? through the-
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
And-
that.
But so they lay a trap for him, and it's getting to be at night, and Mac is under this big log, and he has one of these old school Bics with just like the single razor, and he's just shaving his neck, and he's pushing so hard because he's nervous that it just breaks off, and he just starts to bleed, and you're just like, man.
That's a man.
Yeah.
Manpower.
That's a man right there.
You're also bleeding heavily from the neck.
Yes.
Uh,
But again, I mean, like when Dutch is fighting the Predator at the end, or throughout the movie, he bleeds this green little like deal. It's just, for the longest time, the Predator was the coolest thing out there. It just was.
it is a cool looking villainous character.
Alien.
Yeah.
Alien.
Like, other than the second head mouth coming out of the alien, an alien,
Wild.
Predators.
That fucked me up.
He's
dude.
just it.
Yeah.
He's-
Yeah.
I'll retweet it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good silver.
Good silver.
I'll watch
Solid.
it.
I like it. You should watch it. I'm surprised you haven't
Duh.
watched it.
It actually pisses me off that you haven't.
Yeah.
Gold medal round. Gold medal.
Gold
round.
medal round. Here it comes.
This is what it's all about, baby. The marbles.
I'm gonna lighten the mood a little bit from Predator. Solid movie, but
Solid.
here come the men in black.
Dude.
Galaxy
Defenders.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Here come Men in Black.
it is the Men in Black. It is the original Men
Yes.
in Black, the best one.
It is NYPD. Means I will knock your punk ass down. Fire.
Classic.
Yeah.
Well, first I was gonna shoot that guy, but then he's just working out. I see him do his curl ups. Then I'll just shoot that guy. But then he just had tissues, so he's not snarling. He's sneezing. And little Susie had to get shot. Yeah. Well, you see this neighborhood. That's not a good neighborhood. And those books, way too advanced for her. She don't need to be reading those books.
One of the best scenes ever. And then just like pokes a hole through his chest and does the classic like, oops.
It's like everybody tried to write, and he just grabs the table. Y'all want to get in on this? Nope. All right.
So, oh my God. It's so, and then when they look for, he's like, I forget what Tommy Lee Jones calls the one gun, and he's like, yeah. He's like, that's what I'm talking about. He goes, noisy cricket.
And the noisy cricket.
I'm gonna break this damn thing.
You give me a little pea shooter?
Yeah. He's like, whoa, kid, whoa.
Oh, point that at
Don't
me.
point that at me. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Even the best part, I think, is it has to be Edgar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He like he was wearing some kind of Edgar suit. Did he do anything weird? Yeah, he asked for water. Sugar water. He's like,
water with sugar. More. Edgar, the skin is hanging off your bones. Yeah. Is that better?
Do you know what kind of class 3 alien comes through
What was
here?
your
and
first
just asks for-
His first pick.
Yeah.
Was it? Is it? Does it coincide?
Oh, duh, dude. You had to know.
Okay, so he picked
So
he picked Men in Black.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Is that what
was
you're picking?
fast.
Yeah.
Here comes Sker in Black. Okay. Well, yeah, we piggyback off of it.
Oh yeah. I mean, because for me, when we're talking about not only like the extraterrestrial movies, but I think if we're going down like the conspiracy movie type scenario,
Oh, yeah.
this is what people think about. Like they're already living among us. There's this weird group that nobody knows about that's just keeping everybody in check.
The
And
neuralizer?
Oh,
Tell me
yeah.
Nobody wanted a neuralizer?
Goated out the back. I wanted a flashy thing everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I just there's so many questions with it. How strong is it? Like how far is the range? Because like they always put the glasses on at the very end.
Yeah.
But it's like, what happens if I just walked into the room and got the aftermath? Like, do I lose like a week worth of memory?
It's whatever it's dialed to. It's got the dial.
It's got the dials on it.
Yeah. See ya. Week.
But no, when they
Was that the third one with the Statue of Liberty?
You think I watched the third
Or
one?
the
That's
second one.
Oh.
The
cute.
second one with the Statue of Liberty?
I just watched the
Well, the
first one
torch
3
is like
times.
a giant neuralizer, and they just fucking zing everybody in the city.
That's kind of smart, I guess. That's evolution.
Maybe it's the first one, honestly.
no, when they
Not the first one.
the first scene when Tommy Lee Jones takes Will Smith into the pawn shop for the first time when Tony Shalhoub,
Oh, yeah.
where Will Smith's like, what's going on? And then Shalhoub just turns into the and he's just like his mind is blown.
Yeah.
Like I just picture like that's what would really happen.
Tommy Lee Jones just shoots his head off.
Right.
And
Yeah.
pulls the gun out.
Correct.
Tommy Lee Jones, what the fuck are you doing?
Like you just walk in, you're like, oh, I know this guy. I've talked
really
to him every day for like 2 years. And now this guy just blows his head off and it just grows back. And you're like,
Yeah.
what?
I forgot, but I do not know why my mind, the first quote that enters my brain when somebody says Men in Black is, we're not hosting an intergalactic hacker. It's just like, you're the worst boss ever. You're just like this weird old head guy that's just like, you don't get it.
Talk about Zed, dude.
Yeah, shit's evolving. And it's just, it's, oh my God. It's so good.
How big was the song?
How big was the song?
Yeah.
I don't think it was that big.
Oh,
No, it was big. So
loved it.
here's the question.
Did the dance.
No. So,
TRL?
no, I will admit, Men in Black was the bigger of the two, but it was during an
Wild
era.
Wild West.
Bingo. It was during an
Oh.
era when you would make that song and everybody, they paired that with the album and they were like, dude, this album's awesome. I love it. And it's like, no. You love just playing this one
Yeah, the
song
one
on it.
song.
Like, and that was back before you could like really research Spotify, Apple Music. So it's like you would buy the CD and be like, this is great. And then you realize you only listened to one of the 12 songs.
Yeah.
And you just played that over and over. That's just what you did.
Didn't matter. It was Men in Black.
But here's a hot take though. I think Wild Wild West is a better song.
Wild Wild West.
West.
No.
When I walk into the Wild Wild
Wild
West. We're going straight to the Wild Wild West. Could you argue that was Alien? No, that was robots.
No.
That was just a genius, dude.
Yeah, it was a genius.
A racist genius. It was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. No, so I'm trying to think if we're missing any funny parts from it because we talked about the NYPD.
Oh yeah,
Knock your punk ass down.
yeah.
He brought it. I forgot that he does the thing when he's doing the target shooting and he just talks shit. He's like, well, he's not snarling. He's sneezing. And then Will Smith, if that didn't let you know that he was going to be a movie star, I don't know what was.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I think this is like prime Will Smith.
Yes. It's
I'm not going to say like it was all downhill from here, but I feel like this is when you were just like, okay, you are it. We know you're going to be in our lives for a long time. Not that you weren't with Fresh Prince, but still.
Well, no, I was going to say we'd have to look it up, but I imagine it goes in some fashion like Men in Black, Wild Wild West, and then Bad Boys, like the first one. And I don't know if you could ask for a bigger...
Bad Boys might have been before Men
Yeah,
in
Bad
Black.
Boys was before it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Even better. Okay.
But still, I think it was... Not that Bad Boys wasn't a big movie, but, he had Martin Lawrence. He had some other people in there. This was just him being
Mike
him.
Lowry.
And the best part of the movie every time is when he goes into the training session for the first time and he takes a test and he just pulls that
Oh, yeah,
table.
we said it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just like...
Y'all trying to get in on this?
Yeah, it's good. Because, again, you want to know what's crazy about that is I would argue it's the best, like, simplest representation of just like a social experiment where it's like everybody's thinking the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Will Smith just does it because it's like nobody here is saying, don't pull this table closer to you where it makes things easier. Like it just cracks me up. But
Isn't it funny how, just again real quick, Men in Black, they came out in 1997. You could argue, the NFL's been around for a long time.
yeah,
Not that it invented like the 40-yard dash, but like Tommy Lee Jones is basically like, oh, this guy tracked down this alien on foot.
Right.
Like, he's a big deal.
yeah.
He could have no other skills whatsoever, but they're like,
What's your
man,
dash time?
Man, he's quick.
What's your 40
Like,
B
he's just
time?
the epitome of a GM. It's like,
Right.
you ran a 4.3 what?
Yeah.
He's Al
7th
Davis.
overall. Let's do it.
Al Davis.
Let's do it.
Alpha, let's take him. Yeah, first overall. Okay. Great golds. It was my H&M.
Okay.
So I will say that. It deserves a place because, again, the comedy mixed with just like the rewatchability and just a great take on alien movies. Like it's just good. I don't think it's...
Can I guess your gold?
Yeah.
Is it M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Yeah. My gold, Signs.
Signs.
So there's a lot of things that go into this. One is it is M. Night Shyamalan's apex, which we'll get into that. But
Will we?
Well, for me,
What? Is it his apex?
listen to me. So
All right.
my gold. Here's how I knew it was good. When we would go to Panama City on our road trips, shout out Jake, he had the DVD player in his car when that was like still like a big thing if you had
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Anytime we stopped, we would throw on Signs. Like we brought the Signs DVD for a movie to scare you.
On spring break?
Yeah, on the road trip, not during spring break, you
Great
idiot.
porno is like a normal
Well, no,
spring break.
we would
party
all fall
wagon.
asleep like, for 20 minutes or an hour or whatever.
Great movie.
Oh, you fall asleep
No.
with signs?
No, but you would wake up
What a great
to
sign.
the
It's a great
DVD
movie.
like menu, and it's the and that fucking shit will freak you out. Like I don't know what it is. It's just very intimidating, very scary. But to go along with the other two, 74% on Rotten Tomatoes, summer of 2002. Do you want to guess the box office rake-in?
452 million.
375.
408.
Oh.
On a $72 million budget. So the budgets, it's crazy how they get bigger and bigger as you obviously go along. But I put Apex Mountain for M. Night Shyamalan. So I put BS before Signs. Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and then after Signs, AS, The Village, and The Happening. And so that's why I say it's Apex Mountain, because I think he was crushing it. And The Happening was the first movie that he made where he was like, or not where he was like, people watched it going, I can't wait to see what Shyamalan puts on this twist or
Yeah.
what's the big reveal. And it was essentially just COVID. It was just air. And it was like you had Mark Wahlberg, like you had every duck in a row other than the big plot twist, the reveal.
Yeah.
And that's where I think he lost it for me, because then I put here, he goes through like a weird thing, but The Visit I thought was really good, where those kids go to like their old grandparents' house or whatever.
Yeah.
Creepy as shit. You wouldn't watch it. You need
Haven't seen any of these movies.
You'd need a ton of pillows. You wouldn't get it.
Wouldn't do it.
Scavenger.
And then I said The Old had a solid.
Right.
The movie just called Old,
Yeah.
where they went to that island, had a great concept premise, but it just didn't land.
Yeah.
Like he lost it. He lost a step. I don't know.
I thought it was a good ending. Like the most realistic ending out of all of them.
Right.
That you're just like, oh,
Yeah. But
I could see that.
it just felt like he delivered in ways before where you're like, this just isn't living up to Shyamalan. Like maybe
Yeah.
he set the bar so high for himself. I don't know.
Buddy, it was Sixth Sense.
Yes, best movie was the one that it's Sixth Sense.
But I said undercover funny, clever writing was in Signs, which again, I think we've talked about it a few times with movies. When you can put in like one-liners,
Yeah.
comedy in movies that are just, they have a much better like design overall for them. They're doing the cop interview and she's like, so what can you tell me? And they're like, it was really dark. And he's like, so height, like, can you tell me, you know, he's like, he's pretty tall. You know, he's a guy, maybe a man. And she's like, I don't know. There's those Scandinavian women. They jump clean over 6 feet. And he's like, I'm pretty fast. And I'm pretty quick. I'm pretty tall. Like, I don't think Scandinavian women did that. And he's like, and she goes to Mel Gibson and goes, it was pretty dark. Like they just kept, it's so good. And then he talks about how they're in the car for the first time and they have the Bose baby monitor and it's picking up the aliens. And Joaquin just does this is all just a big ploy, man. It's just nerds that can't get girlfriends and they're doing these crop circles because they're in their basement. They're playing all these games and it's just, and they couldn't get girlfriends. So then they pass it on to their kids and they can't get girlfriends. And then they end up hearing it. And then at the very end, he stands up on the top of the car and Joaquin's like, don't move, you'll lose the signal. So like he instantly starts buying into it. And then when Mel Gibson and him are on the couch and they're like, the news is on and everything. And he's like, you know, are you a person of like group 1 or 2 when you experience something lucky? And Joaquin just does doesn't even think about it. And he's like, let me tell you the story. He's like, so I was at this party. He's like, so-and-so was like right on the couch looking like super nice. And he goes, look over to her, getting ready to make out with her. Realize I had some gum in my mouth. I go to spit it out. I come back over. She pukes everywhere. Pukes all over herself. He goes, I knew in that moment it was a miracle because if I didn't have that gum in my mouth, she would have puked all in my mouth when we were making out. He goes, that's when I knew I was a miracle guy. And so it leaves me with the last thing. Which group are you guys? Group 1 or 2 when experiencing something lucky? Group 1 sees it as more than luck, sees it as a sign that someone is out there watching over them. Or are you group 2? You see it as pure luck and nothing else. People just get lucky.
There's no wiggle room for it to be both.
1 or 2, bitch.
I mean, if you're boxing me and I had to pick one, I would say 1.
Okay.
I would say I'm 2. I'm just super lucky.
Love it.
Yeah.
Mr. VIP, Mr.
Hello.
Valuable Picks. DraftKings. Yeah, I love it. I think it's a great. He asked that question, and at the very end, he basically, or at the end of it all, he's like, it doesn't matter, like, shit's fucked because his wife died. But then throughout the course of the movie with aliens and fighting it and fighting all the way through it, he becomes a preacher again or a pastor or whatever. And it's like, that was kind of the whole idea too, is they kept calling him father.
Yeah.
And he's like, quit calling me father. But throughout what happened, it made him get his faith back. And I think it's like he realized there's something more out there. So it's pretty cool.
Signs. So real quick
Signs,
on
do you see it?
Shyamalan,
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense. I think it came out back when I was in
Spoiler alert, the
high
kid's
school.
dead. Bruce Willis is dead the whole time.
That's what my buddy said. He went to see it opening night. I stayed the night at his house because he had some friends over. We got there about 20 minutes before he got home from the movie. He comes back in. He's like, yeah, dude, you guys will never believe it. Bruce Willis is dead the whole time.
Ooch. That's a sick review.
I'm like, are you not? And again, at the time, I wasn't like...
You wouldn't have seen it
No,
anyways,
but-
you pussy.
No, at that time, I wasn't fully against these types of movies, but there was like 3 other people in the room that are just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Are
Sorry.
you serious right now?
You should have just flashed yourself. Men in Black yourself.
You don't remember what it's called?
What?
Neuralizer.
Signs?
Neuralizer.
Neuralizer.
Because we neuralized them.
Yeah.
Top 3.
Top 3,
Top
baby.
3.
Area 51.
Movies.
Bing, bang, boom.
Alien
Aliens.
movies.
Involvement.
What was your H&M, Sker? Did you have one?
Mine was MIB.
I mean, it was going to be kind of a square peg, but it was just Aliens 2.
So was mine.
Yeah,
Or
because I mean,
Signs.
Do you
because
ever,
again, like when you talk about, I mean, you just say the word aliens. It's like
Yeah.
that's what it is.
No, so you want to know what a funny one for me was? That was a H&M like 2, but not really because I'd get roasted. It was just, I think it's called Martians with Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
And who's it? Why can't I think of it? From Speed, not Keanu Reeves, but
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. I
Secret,
had those in there.
Secret Shame.
I also had Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
You know what? I was surprised. That's what I thought was going to make one of your guys' list because of it. Mars Attacks.
Mars Attacks.
No.
One, again, sneaky cameo goated movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how they got people to sign on for that. Michael J. Fox. I mean, Jack Nichols. Everybody was in that fucking thing. Crazy.
It was a good movie.
Crazy.
I don't know if it was good, but
It was funny.
it was nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Start to finish. That's it.
Shut up.
Top 3. Send
Top
us out.
3.
Send us out. I love it. Okay.
Hot take time.
Do the neuralizer thing because I got to pee.
Okay. So for those of you that are new to the pod, we generally like to end each episode with one of us claiming they have a hot take. How it works out is they will
Hot Takes Podcast.
Hot Takes Podcast. They will obviously say their take. We will discuss it. And at the end of it, we will vote on it. And if you are standing alone on that island, then it is in fact a hot take. If anybody agrees with you, which coincidentally enough happens more often than not, it is
Right.
not a hot take. So doesn't mean it's not a good take, just means it's not a hot take. And let's see here. Last week, Travis talked about, I don't know, fixing something probably.
You got to fight the person you talk
Oh
shit
yeah, you gotta
about.
fight the person, and I mean
I heard last week.
we actually agree with him, so it coincidentally wasn't a hot take, and that happens more often than not, like I just said on this pod.
Also, P.S. last week, when I went piss for the 7th time, Dut talked a little smack behind my back, and I just want the world to know that I don't talk shit about people.
They heard it.
Yeah. Unless it's merited.
There's receipts.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Go on.
this week I'm gonna take a shot at it. Hot take:
Hot take, Sker Dad.
gas station fountain pops. There needs to be one size and one size only,
Oh,
and it
my
needs to
God.
be about, I'm gonna say, no more than 30 ounces.
2 liters.
My reasoning is because when I go to the gas station, which again isn't all the time,
You go
I-
to the gas station a lot.
I actually don't.
You stop there quite frequently.
For what?
Stuff. DC's, Diet Cokes.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
The 16-ounce Diet Coke is the worst on the ladder for me.
Diet Coke is the worst on the ladder. That's where you're...
No, if I'm gonna go to McDonald's and get a Diet Coke if I'm just gonna go someplace.
Sure.
Anyways,
Focus.
But when I do get a fountain drink, because again, it's like probably the third best Diet Coke that you can get from a gas station, crushed ice.
Circle K, baby.
Anyways, I find myself more times than not, they have the straws for the largest cup they have.
Yeah.
And very rarely do they have any or enough for the other size cups. And
So
there's
you're getting
nothing
baby
worse
ones, just-
than get like a 20-ounce drink with a 44-ounce size cup straw.
I kind of like it.
No, there's nothing more annoying when half my straw is hanging out of my damn cup. So
Are you getting a slushie or a pop? I forget what you said.
I'm getting a
DC's,
Diet Coke.
dude.
You just tried to roast me for it, dude.
Oh, get a slushie. The straws sit better in them.
I don't care about what's in it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So my only fix would have to be get rid of the highest size, get rid of the lowest, if not the 2 lowest size. Just give me one in the middle. It's enough. It's at least 30 ounces of cola. If that doesn't
What are you
hit
doing about the coffee cups then? Is that the same thing? There's just one?
do you put a 44-ounce soft drink cup under the fucking coffee pot?
But the biggest one
No,
they
but
got.
people like buy the Speedway jugs. They fill them up with.
Oh
coffee.
my.
Yeah, dog, stay woke.
No.
Because you buy the jug, you get to fill up whatever you want for
Mhm.
like 49 cents.
And I go to the gas station all the time, bro.
Here's the thing. I don't understand your hot take. What are you saying?
He's
I'm saying they have to get rid of either all the other sizes of the fountain drinks because I want one cup with one straw.
Well,
Because too many times they give me the 44-ounce straw and I don't have the option of taking a smaller straw with a smaller cup.
Well, let's break it down a bit, shall we?
Let's do it.
I guess what I don't understand is from what I've
Why are you
seen.
getting 12 ounces of soda? Just buy the can, dude. If you
Well-
want 20 ounces, buy the 20-ounce bottle.
And it's like we
It's
talked
different,
about.
and you know it is.
I know it is.
We
I
had
know it
we had a
is.
coworker.
That's
that,
why I negotiated at 30.
No, we had a coworker.
32. Read the fucking cup behind you.
She used to show up with like fucking 72-ounce units, and you're just
Ooh,
like,
baby.
but I'm like, sweetie, you don't need this. Like, if you drink this in a timely manner that you normally would for any beverage, like you're fucked. Like you had a 2 liter of cola running through your system,
Buddy, you drink 3 pots of coffee.
and that's
It's the
different.
same amount
It's
of caffeine.
actually not, man.
No,
It's
it's
the same amount of
super
caffeine.
different, brother.
It's not the same.
Pop and coffee. If you drank as much as I drank in coffee and you did in pop, we would be in very different places.
They're both not great for you with the amount that it is. Anything in that amount
But
is
I'm
not great.
I'm moving it. Fucking
You're just saying you don't add sugar or creamer to it. So you're
Bingo.
just like, all right.
exactly, and that's my point. Is
Too
I'm
much
like,
sugar intake.
yeah, like you're crashing, and you're crashing hard because you just
I
took
don't know.
down
I
a-
got 72 ounces, baby. I ain't
That's a
crashing.
fuck.
Going all day.
I'll worry about that when it happens.
How many ounces are in a can?
12.
12? Brother, you give me 36 ounces, I'm good.
It's 3 cans of soda.
Well, so
Smoking 3 cans is kind of a
No,
fucking lot.
but I'm saying, so this is what I base it up.
You're
My
saying 6 cans.
no, my
Astronomical.
my premise is whenever I go to Double Dragon DD, I always get all their Chinese food, obviously, but they only do cans of cola there.
Yeah.
So I get 4 cans of Pepsi.
That is insane.
Well, and if they don't have enough, then I get 3.
Do they have 2 liters?
No.
No.
So I
Well,
do.
I'm saying if you're drinking them all in one sitting is the only way to drink a 2 liter. Like if you open that thing and then put it in the fridge the next day and you all that, that's all the carbonation leaving.
No, I do it.
So like if
Of
you're
course
at a
you do.
party, then you're like, okay, cool. I'm the 2 liter, but then you get down to like the last part and you have 9 people opening and closing it.
It's
That's
tough.
the worst part of the pot.
Oh, it's tough. I mean, I think when you're there to like, for me, when I'm ready to consume pop, soda,
Oh yeah.
I want cans, and I want to know
Hold on. That's your preferred method of intake is the can?
100%, baby.
Fountain
love-
crushed ice, dude.
No, dog. So
Ugh.
I love just, and when you slug one, and like you love pop, or you're craving it to the point where like the first one's just fucking slugged, and like you don't even blink, gone. And then you crack the second one, and you take maybe a sip off the top, and you're like, okay, now I'm ready to get some food in me. Let's mix it around a bit. But like that's how you drink pop.
I don't know that I've ever just crushed a can of pop and be like, that was just a wet
And then
my whistle.
and then
Let's go back for
immediately
can
like,
2.
That's
I
why
gotta
I get
crush
3 or 4
another,
cans
dude.
because
I
I know I'm
crush
gonna
another.
fucking smack these bastards. Like I'm gonna fucking.
Yeah, that's the whole thing that we talked about. You just got to get 2 large pops. Don't get the $19.89 worth of Taco
items.
Bell.
Yeah, like I get so many items on the menu, and it's like all I wanted was 2 Pepsis. That's all I wanted.
And again, we're digressing.
From what?
The hot take.
Diverting.
You gotta
So
keep,
again, but though, is it not true when you go to the gas stations, there's either the straw for the biggest one,
What's your hot take? I forget what.
that there needs to be
One
one
size
size for
fits
the
all.
fountain drink because all I get is the massive straw for my fountain drink that's not the 44 ounce.
What size? What's the cup look like?
I just said 30 ounces as just a random in the middle. That's the big guy.
That's not the big guy.
That's not the big guy.
I've seen the big guy.
The
Well,
big guy's big.
Well,
You would know it if
either
you
way,
seen it.
Fucker's massive.
I want, but again,
It's a 2-hander.
I was gonna say it's 2 of that.
That's
and
all-
it's thick from the top to the bottom.
that's almost too much straw. And the problem is,
What?
I put that straw,
That's
This guy's,
perfect.
gonna poke us. This guy's worried about poking his eye out.
That's perfect straw.
I put a straw in like a 22 ounce there. It's tough.
For those of you watching, this is the straw that he's questioning. This is perfect.
And I just said
perfect
almost.
straw
That's perfect straw.
It's close. But again, if it was just one with one straw, I know what I'm getting. That's all I need.
but the
The downside is it's too big of a risk for me. I don't want to have to go in wanting like a 22 ounce fountain, knowing that I have to get a 60 ounce straw. That's insane.
I think that they
No.
like. I think all the cups are the same height now. They're just wider.
I love
Right?
girth. I love girth. That means more
No,
stuff.
they're still bigger. Like they get taller.
They get taller.
They do. Oh yeah.
Bigger, faster.
I thought they just like started just getting wider because
No.
they were just like because
You should
universally,
start getting- you should start getting
universally
like
that there's just the
because
one
that would
straw
make
needed.
sense.
Just the one straw needed
Yes,
is what
but
I
they
know.
don't do that.
Here's my thing. I think we're verging on the you're literally saying something to get another hot take.
If you no,
I think
because
you're
you
doing.
can talk to.
that's what I literally think you're doing.
Well, first of all, they're hot takes for a reason, and second of all,
But
you can
that's
talk
like,
to other people in my life that know that I've said this prior to this
the
podcast.
same weird people, your family, respectfully.
Right, but then you're like, all right, I gotta buy a 32 ounce for your daughter, your kid, and you're like, that's too much pop for them. Maybe they just want the 20 ounce.
They won't drink that anyway.
What do we do with the sippy cups?
You could take it down to a 20 ounce, and I'd be okay with it.
Yeah,
You wanted
fucking
32
yeah,
or
fucking
30.
right.
I did that to negotiate with the people that are drinking 50 ounces. They're never going to settle for 20.
Brother, when
Get
I
out
go
of
to,
here. 20 ounces? Oh, fuck your face.
See? That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
32, I'd settle on 30. I rarely go bigger than 30.
that looks nice to
I
me.
gotta be super hungover to get the big gulp, like the
Yeah.
44 banger.
But when I get it, I know I want it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I get it for a reason.
I need to know
I
it's
usually
there.
just get the 32 ounce.
I need to know it's there.
No, this is, again, it's not a show. There's nothing more irritating than when I have to put
Then
a
you
straw.
making one size.
No, then I have to put a straw that's twice as large than my drink in my actual cup.
So
if they
here-
stocked them every single time, this wouldn't be a point. But that never happens. There are literally some gas stations I go to, there's only one size straw.
Because you're a fucking idiot. That's what I'm saying. Like, so the hot take here should be within the hot take is there's straws for every drink. You just don't pick the right one.
There's not going to do that. There's not a straw for every single drink at every gas station. There just isn't.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
It's like, oh, these shelves that are nicely divided. Grab a straw from this level.
They
because
don't
that's
do
where-
that at every time. They're not.
Depends on the gas station
See?
you go to.
Sorry, Dick.
Well, I'm just saying it depends on the gas station you go to because some attendants are lazy.
Well,
And
that's
they'll
not
only-
my problem.
and they'll only
If there was
stock it at
one
the end.
straw with one cup, we
That's
wouldn't
just
have the
kind of
issue.
America right now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you know?
America's lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody wants to work.
Man, this guy. It's getting too much straw. I've never heard anybody complain about too much straw.
Yeah,
over
the
here.
fucking shit gets to my
You're
mouth.
getting more
easier.
than you paid for? Ooh,
No,
sorry.
I don't want it.
guy.
Call,
Oh,
argue,
too much straw. Now it's not enough straw. Now I'm
Yeah, give
my
me a
lips
hot
all the
take
way
about
on the
how
lid.
making straws where when you bend them or break them and then you go to suck and nothing comes out.
Ooh,
talk
that's
to me,
the worst,
Talk to
dude.
me about that. But no, you're talking to me about losing value out of my soda.
Oh, I'm sorry, because the size of my straw is different than the functionality of my straw. Those are the exact same arguments.
No, they're
No,
not,
the
brother.
size
Yes,
of
they
your
are.
straw
You
and
don't
the
like when a straw
functionality is the
bends and
same
it
thing.
doesn't. I'm sorry that my cup is this big and my straw is 3 times the size. That's ridiculous.
You can still suck.
You still suck.
Well, you know what? You might have to suck hard if you have a little hole in your straw because you bent it too hard.
Because it's too tall, and that's where you're saying is the argument.
Oh!
And the circle is now a square.
Ah, Sasako. Okay. Yeah, but no, your take's stupid.
Well, it sounds like it's a hot take.
It is a hot take.
Because again, you're doing it just to get them. At
No,
this
I'm
point.
not.
So, for those paying attention and that can't see our big board, Sker has gone from 0 to now 2 within the span of what, 3 or 4 weeks? Interesting.
In my defense, though, I've had maybe
the real
I've had maybe 4 total. Like we weren't just passing around hot takes willy nilly. This was your thing for a while.
Yeah, I get it, and I have 2, which champion, but it's one of those where I'm like, I think you're just showboating, man.
I
You got the suit on. You
You guys
got
trying to get rid of smalls and larges and stick with mediums? I don't know about that.
I'm
Not my America.
just trying to help out the gas
No, no,
station.
no.
What's easier for them?
You're-
Giving me 4 different cups with 4 different straws that are always stocked, or just giving me 1 cup with 1
Well, the
straw?
20 ounce and the 32 ounce are the same height.
And you're the same fucking guy that would make the video where it's like, technically a small fry is the same as a medium fry. Watch me pour it in the same container.
You're also the same guy that's bitching about his internet going out at the exact times every day and won't say a word about it.
Because it happens.
Right, and you just accept it
Yeah.
because that's nice.
I can move on.
It doesn't sound like it because it was your worst of the week.
It sucks, but I'll do something for 20 minutes total, 10 in the morning, 10 at night.
Yeah.
You know. I'm just saying, you're kind of a piece of shit. I think it's a terrible take. Wait,
Hot.
oh, so then it is a hot take, isn't it?
Yeah, it
It
is.
is a hot take.
You're such a fucking
Boom.
poser. Oh, should we just agree with it so it's not one?
I mean, I'm not.
I mean, if you
gonna-
listen to the last 10 minutes, everybody knows you don't. So
Yeah.
What?
agree with it.
I don't know.
I don't
Jolly
know.
Monster.
I don't know. You're very convincing there, Sker. You're very-
I make a good
Nah,
argument.
dude, fuck that, dude. I need a big
That.
Daddy needs his big gulp
Yeah.
on a Sunday when he's sideways on the couch.
Well, I mean,
I gotta get the big gulp, man.
so for
Get my head
anybody
right.
that's still listening at this point, let me Google.
Which is probably few and far between.
No, let me do a large Chipotle drink ounce OZ, right?
Yeah,
It is a 32.
yeah.
That I would argue. No. So you thought I was gonna play near here? Fucking stupid.
That's like fast food. Like 32 ounces is a large. For
Yeah.
like them.
We don't need any more than that.
But what I was gonna say is, you get
Yeah.
that and you smoke half of it in there,
Yeah.
and then you refill the bitch, and you're like, no, I'm good.
That doesn't matter. We're not talking
So
about
then
that.
that's
Just nothing. You're just
32
drinking more
divided by
pop.
2, 16,
16, 48.
48 ounces is where I sit.
Jeez.
Down the hill.
Dude, the big gulp's like 44.
Give me 4 more.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Give me 4 more.
Ounce me.
FOMO
Let us know,
FOMO
please.
me.
How many ounces are in an eighth?
That's a different topic for a different day.
Those are grams, me G.
That's weed talk.
Let us know.
Yeah, what's up?
Hot take or not.
It's what question do you want me to ask?
It's a
Are
hot
you an
take,
asshole?
dude.
You just want one size at
One
a gas
size
station?
fits all at the gas station?
Because it's easier for straw integrity.
Nah, not for me, dude.
No.
I need options.
Straw integrity.
Now,
should-
next thing you're just gonna be like, we just need one chip because it's
Ooh.
too much to pack up
Perfectly
with the
salted.
chips.
I could hear you.
We need one candy. There's
It's Area
too many
51.
candies.
That's what it is.
Where does it end, Sker?
They're
Where does
alien.
it end?
I don't. I'm still
If I had
Flabbergasted?
music that would take us out, I'd hit it now. Just so you could not say anything
hit
else.
some sounds for us, Dub.
We're done.
We're done.
Love you guys.
50.